All right, everybody, welcome back to the top four of the Las Vegas Open. This is Yavin Base. I'm your host, David Endless Zelenka. I'll be joined soon by Matt Zeusjus Bronson. He's currently talking with Nima, and he's going to discuss for us the turn zero that we just witnessed here at the Las Vegas Open 2023. We're sorry we couldn't bring that to you live. We were still doing some setup things. But I really do appreciate everybody that's come out to watch the stream. This is going to be an interesting top four. It is Republic versus Republic.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
It is Arcs with 501st Legion versus Anakin and Padme. It's going to be a crazy game.
That's some bullshit. If so, it's not a huge deal, but it is kind of. Yeah, it would have been good to know like 10 minutes ago. All right. Well, I'm just gonna assume he's right for the time being.
Okay. Yeah. If he comes back and says you can do it,
I'm just gonna put it there.
Yeah. Sounds good.
We're just listening to the players discussing some terrain pre-game.
We're just gonna go here.
Sounds good. Okay.
This very fine table, by the way, was made by Graham Habner. You can find him on Instagram at Sword Named Folly.
Okay. Feedback to AMG. Sucks.
Also, Yoda can't or force left.
Streams. Okay.
No, but you could force left.
I've just received two amazing objects from LJ, the tournament organizer. They are force flasks.
Huh?
You shut your mouth.
This might be a little bit of a banter-rich environment between these two players.
Usually, in the past, I would have put them right beside each other.
Yeah.
Now it's like, boop. Because you're not going to see people.
Oh, I'm sorry, the bot isn't updated yet. Let me fix the bot. I'll be right back, guys. Thanks for hanging in there.
I set this up so I can trip over this thing 6,000 times, and it's real great. All right.
Hey.
Matt, do you want to discuss turn zero while I fix the bot?
For sure. Do we want to get the overhead shot up? Just the players are placing their fortifications now. We're playing fortified positions, so we can kind of see where they're shoring up the cover to figure out where they are, kind of thinking to deploy their forces. So we've got rollout, we've got key positions, and we've got fortified positions. So basically the players are just littering the diagonal across the field with barricades to start off with, it looks like here. So the red player, blue player came down to a roll, both lists building to 800.
Yes. Well,
so Tim is the blue player.
We're just on deployment now?
Yeah, I think so.
When the battle cards came out, it was
I don't have any eligible
for
cards,
conditions. It was fortified,
to do that with,
minefield, clear, and supply drop left to right.
Well, I mean,
then it was
not an eligible command hand.
intercept, hostage, KP, and sabotage.
Naked phase ones, baby.
Then was rollout, major offensive, long march, and advanced positions. So the way turn zero went, Tim had to ban first. He banned intercept, and then Mike just passed. And then surprisingly, actually, Tim banned hostage. I was a little surprised to see hostage because one of the reasons that Anakin and Padme was good at hostage before was standby sharing, and you could get an extra move with your hostage on turn one. However,
I guess that's
now
you could literally
you still have the Padme 2-pip, so I get why it was in Tim's deck. So I'm a little surprised why he didn't play it, because he's kind of got more tricks for it, but that's what happened. So and it's quite possible Mike would have banned it anyways. So they both kind of elected to have some more cover.
Markers, you're good.
And I think that's good that's better for Mike. So
Scouts.
Have we talked about lists so far while I was away?
We have actually not talked about lists at all.
Alrighty, so
feel free to discuss them.
Yeah, let's talk about
They're
it.
now in the bot. You can type exclamation point blue list, exclamation point red list.
So I won't go through every upgrade, but basically, Mike has.
I'll stare at you a couple times. It'll be fun.
Okay, here we go. Don't believe the stereotypes about Canadians being polite. Despite me being incredibly polite, as you can see, Timbo is trying to
Are we mic'd right now?
aggressively look at me. Yeah. But Mike is running a 501st list with a whole bunch of full arcs. So 3 full arcs with a regular DC 15X trooper, and then a strike team with Echo.
Have you watching Bad Batch?
Anakin
yes,
with
but I'm not
barrier
up to
push,
date on,
and then
like,
a couple
I
phase
haven't seen,
2s
like,
with medics
last
and
ones
some
they've
heavies,
had.
and
I've
then
seen like 3
an
episodes
obligatory
of the season.
Bart.
Yeah.
So very
And I'm
beefy
trying to
9 act or
avoid
very
spoilers
beefy 8
online like
acts.
the plague,
We
but
will-
my
we
Google
will-
News feed is like, hey man.
Stop discussing it now.
Yeah.
Playing
It's good.
Anakin clone
What,
commander,
what I've
Padme,
seen of it, it's good.
Yeah.
3 beefy core and a strike team. So in terms of beef, Mike has a ton
this
more
is a
beef.
DC
He's got
15
3
squad.
full
Sure.
arcs, 2 6-man P2s. That's a lot. And, 8 activations as the sacrifice he makes for that. But going up against 9, he's got to pass. It's a very aggressive list anyway, so I don't expect he'll even
But
be
they balled
passing all
again.
that much. But it's very strong. Tim's got dodge, sharing, situational, and he's got support from Padme, so he's going more support and a little less beef. We'll see how it works out. I think all this cover is good for Mike because he's got, as we say, he's got the beef and he's got sharpshooter on those arcs. So if everyone's shooting into cover, he's got more things that can shoot, and they're going to shoot more effectively. The other thing to note is the line of sight blocking is not great on the table.
Alright, here you go.
And I think that also favors Mike a bit because his Anakin's not there to be aggressive. He's there to share tokens, use force barrier, not get in the fray, so he doesn't necessarily need a good line of sight blocker to move up behind and threaten things. Obviously, we'll see how it plays out, but I think his Anakin will be fine chilling for the first few turns. Tim might do the same thing, but his Anakin won't be chilling as effectively because he's got saber throw instead of barrier.
Cohesion thing is kind of opposite of what it used to be.
The
Now you
KPs
kinda
you
wanna
can
stick
see
your
marked
heavy
on the
weapons
screen.
out
The middle
and
one
your
was that
random
radar
guys
dish right at the center.
behind.
Tim put his on
Frankly,
the
really weird.
barricade
It is.
a little to the right, and then Mike put his on the hut that you can see the token on a little down and left. So I think both players making some good choices there. I like to put my choice of KP pretty close to the middle one because I want to threaten that I can go to either at the end turn. If you have them too far apart, then you kind of have to commit to one or the other too soon before turn 6. And I think it's good to have, I have a unit in between them. It can go either way depending where I need it.
I see our casino is ramping up. We've got a lot of bets for the 501st.
Oh, it's because I'm hyping them up here.
Yeah,
maybe.
exactly. You're
I mean, Padme's still good. Timbo's got more tricks because he's got command cards that do things. I guess Mike has command cards that do things because of the 501st. Like tokens. He gets a lot of tokens on his 2-pip. Technically, I think he's 3 1-pips because the 501st
break my
2-pip that's a
finger,
1-pip is what he's running. He's got Indomitable if he needs it. So Timbo's not going to be losing actions very often. So even though he has less activations, he might actually come out with more actions in the game. He also, in a sense, gets free actions because he can move, shoot,
Pretty sure I'm
and then get a name from tactical.
cover
So
from
that's
that
free. So
barricade
as far as
where I put them,
efficiency
so-
and like getting the most, I could see
think
Dashz is
so.
coming out ahead on that. But token sharing still very strong.
That's to be the clone commander right there.
And the other thing that's really good for
Oh, that works too.
Timbo is he does have the big fire support options, either off of the Anakin saber throw or a Padme shot.
Padme.
That's a way to break through
She
Mike's
also has
defenses.
scout.
Just a really big piercing fire support.
Oh,
So I think that might be where we see the real advantage of Tim's list coming in.
Does Padme have her gun?
She does not have her gun.
Okay.
She is just with recon intel. I like the recon intel on Padme because she can move up right away and then just kind of sit there for the whole game. Usually, if she doesn't have recon intel, she has to spend an action moving, but now she can just quick thinking dodge and keep the army up. Situational is actually big. Canceling crits could come in. That's what Tim's got situational on all his shooty units.
A certain person who is still in this tournament on a certain podcast wondered if Padme should go to 70 points, and maybe this will prove that she's just fine at 90 as a dodge battery.
I think 90 is a point, the cost of a beefy squad. I could see her go down to 80 and still be fair.
I could see the same thing.
Yeah. I think
Losing standby sharing should qualify you for points drop.
You are going to want to watch your volume,
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
just so you know.
No, I get you.
Because I can't
I can hear you talking, but not really. I'm not like I can't really hear what you're saying.
Okay.
You're at like the upper level where you can be.
Okay. I got you.
Golf
I gotta
commentator.
shut the.
I mean, I'll take tactical advice from that.
Yeah, that's the Canadian way of saying shut the
For you
fuck up.
not. Yeah. For not have the option.
Yeah, I would.
I don't have anything left.
I just have echo.
Okay.
The other weird thing about Tim's list for me
I would like
is
to not
that
fall
he
off
does have he sees the initiative
Yeah,
on
you're pretty. I definitely
Anakin,
cannot tell what's
which is a
what in
little
that
weird.
big pile of clones.
I
It's a
will
little
see how
tough,
it plays
but
out.
whatever.
Maybe there's a reason for
Fine.
that. I like seize the initiative on
They
Padme
have bases.
because then you
Yeah,
can
that's
play
just-
a 1-pip, seize Padme, bounce it to a core,
So
and then they can fire support. And it's kind of a little fire support tech. I'm not sure why he has it on
Echo.
Anakin, but that's why I'm interested to
Cool.
see.
Well.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Or incredibly grindy and boring.
I mean, I think it's probably. Gonna
And
be
for
a
those who aren't
little
aware,
grindy,
there
but
is a
whatever.
Blizzard Force match on the other side.
Yeah, so the alternative match was
both
the
know what
Blizzard,
cards are both
Blizzard
fine.
Mirror, which is usually fast and lethal.
All the Blizzard mirrors I played a lot this weekend. There's a lot of kill in turn one.
Yeah, so we're not going to have a Blizzard Mirror
you
in
are
the
blue
finals, but
player.
we will have one Blizzard guaranteed to go through to the finals.
Okay.
Yay, more KP on stream. Yeah.
I think one of the things we didn't talk about too much in the first game because there was no Gar in the first one is
okay,
that
so I'm gonna order Anakin,
clones. I think
Padme.
I was a little confused when the CRB came out, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, this is really like
Go to
too many Republic nerfs. Gar
both
is
core units.
so bad now," and it's like Gar is definitely top 3, and almost certainly I'd say the best faction after Empire right now, in my opinion. With red
and
saves
a
that
direct
can
attack,
surge are still really, really good, and Gar's got that, and they're rocking Force Push anyways, which is a really good upgrade.
Start with Padme.
And
dodge.
in the Blizzard world especially, they can actually withstand a Blizzard attack because they can just save out of it with cover and red surging save. So I think Gar's actually in a pretty decent spot right now. And I think if you were thinking that standby sharing killed the faction, like I think this shows that no, not at all.
There's other tools. The faction does have some depth.
Yeah,
Even if its tactics are rigid, which is mostly like range 3 gun lining.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I just love the fact that we're seeing full ARC troopers do well. Like that's a unit that like most competitive players have poo-pooed for months.
Yeah.
And I agree, Snyder. Like it is very narrow options to be good, but like I think CIS, who's third, is also pretty narrow. Like I feel like you're kind of 1 or 2 archetypes, like maybe B2s, maybe an AAT, something like that. If you want to be doing good, I don't think outside of honestly Empire, as good as Empire is.
Yep.
I think there's not much in it
I'm
outside
not gonna
Blizzard and
even
maybe
look.
Young Man
You
Boba
know
that
the
I
light?
would want to see nerfed. Like, the Empire's good because they have a lot of options. I'd rather see the other factions brought up to that level where they can take a lot of different things. Because I think outside of them,
Nice.
Good start.
no dice cam. I think some
I'm
double
actually gonna
blocks
spend
or double blanks. I mean. On this sniper shot. So if this is a cagey game, having a bunch of sniper rifles is pretty good for Mike, but he's just shooting into dodge sharing.
We're being suppressed.
But again, suppression, action efficiency. We'll see how that plays out in the long run. There's no lead by example in either list, so nothing to clear out an
Right.
accumulation of suppression.
Right, but I gotta say the All Courage 2
going
property
to,
of 501st is gonna be
It's good.
exceedingly helpful
Bolster
for
Padme and
Mike in
Anakin?
terms of his ability
Take a
to
dodge.
move and shoot.
And be done.
And tactical as well.
yeah, exactly.
They never have to choose between
on the
moving
back.
and shooting.
And indomitable if he
Yeah.
ever gets that card out.
So there's just a lot of strong keywords coming out of 501st in this list that are giving him the leg up.
I was saying earlier, like he has 8 acts, but I could see him just getting more actions this game.
Yes.
Despite that, because he's just almost never going to lose actions. Yeah, Padme's
Doubles on
1
break, or
pip
is it
would give some suppression removal. That's true. So that is a little bit of
So it's
tech.
just after 1.
Yeah, and Mike, no ploy and
Take the same
no
shot.
Sounds good.
endurance on
Maybe
Anakin,
plate.
so he's actually playing with fire a little bit
I will
Yeah,
reroll the
when
red
it comes
die.
to the flaw.
Just force barrier, force
One.
force
Dodge
push.
with this dodge.
Hey there, Nickel City. Yes. Vader dues, Vader meta dues, not so much. Welcome back. And hey, welcome back, Sapcast Will, Chris Zenga. Welcome, guys.
Yep.
That's one special.
Yep.
Dodge.
Okay. All the dodges, all the time. It's wonderful. It's a wonderful feeling. We're going to compulsory move.
That bark is just hanging around being an activation right now. It does not want to step out and get shot.
Yeah, the stream got to see this army play yesterday. I'm sure they're thrilled.
We're going to dodge aim.
Bobby unfortunately lost his first game yesterday.
Yeah, Bobby, I took him out in the mirror
The other
at
new
the
Oh,
start
yeah.
of yesterday.
You guys are just fated to play each other every
All the
tournament.
dodges and all the
We
aims.
do, yeah. Which is nice, but I do like playing other people. But he's always a good
Push
opponent,
forces.
a good guy to play against.
Go the other full arc.
I think my tactic of snoring really loudly in our room might have helped me
Pretty much.
yesterday too.
The meta game.
Exactly.
The meta game.
That's the turn.
Eventually,
That's
right?
the turn negative
I mean,
one
that's the
play
theory.
right there.
yeah,
Supposed to
turn
work.
-1.
Get your top competition into the room with you, and then make it so they
Theory.
can't sleep.
Yeah, it is
Yeah,
Bobby
Joe
Joe.
Theory,
Thomas,
I don't know.
the man of three
I
first
don't know.
names.
Red, black. You cover down a light. There it is.
Hey!
Pierce 1.
Yeah.
Drawing first blood.
Okay, guys, that's game. There's them all gone.
I mean,
Pack
I
it
think
up, go
I think
home.
that might not be the best idea.
You
but
can totally medic that back if you want.
So all the right angle things on the board are the deployment markers.
I don't think
That's
I
where
will.
they're allowed
Okay.
to put their
It's not-
units down
it's an
before
option.
the game
It is.
begins.
Medic Squad does have an order.
I guess yeah,
Pull
we didn't talk too much
4.
about, but there are clone medics making a good appearance. 2 for Mike,
so-
1 for Tim.
What do you have
I
left?
remember it was funny. We
Go, I have both my core units
we
and I have
being
Anakin.
David and I talking, driving back from the
Oh, look, I'm
tournament in
actually gonna
SoCal
move.
back in
Okay,
October.
good.
We were talking what would it take to make clone medics viable, and we arrived at 15 points.
Yeah, and
Yes.
yes, and,
I'm
look,
not
and lo and
worried,
behold,
There you go. So we know a thing
If,
or two of like
just a little bit.
Contesting that
What's-
KP, something's gone
what
horribly
it
wrong
takes
For me, yeah.
to balance things out. So I've been really liking them in all my Gar list building.
Well, we're just gonna find whatever our squad is furthest forward.
Sure.
So
I think
that looks
the
like this
trick
one.
with the medics in
Just gonna
Gar,
go exactly
you
range
don't
4 and
you
take
don't
a
put them on a
sniper,
naked squad and hold them for your heroes
shot.
like you do in other
15, yeah.
factions.
Sure.
You put them on squads with a heavy. You make them 6-man squads. You lose a guy, you just bring him back. Get ahead on attrition, right? You just a lot more aggressive with them, and they're there to make you hit at full power for longer. And then I think they've really shined.
Put all the base
And if
units
someone puts an
together.
early wound on Yoda or Anakin, great.
So what Nickel City's talking about is they have a dice tray that's covered in a chroma key blue sticker,
Okay.
and what they do is they project it on top of the entire field. So you get a
Okay, so
screen
that's 6 of
size
them.
view
Sure,
of the
so move
dice
shoots.
as they
I
roll.
have,
That's
But,
big dice.
It's pretty
Clone available
interesting.
and
We tried it
fire
last
available.
year, with varying degrees of
I'm
success.
gonna spend the cloning.
Because my green background wasn't quite
so one
chroma
crit.
key green, so there was some ins and outs that had to be worked out. I keyed it for the color, and it just kind of made weird lines across the screen because the chroma key wasn't perfect. Because your chroma key has to be perfect for it to work.
Did you ever have those clear white promo dice on that?
That
I feel like
was
that
this
would be a
guy?
pain. in the
Yeah,
butt.
I banned those.
Yeah,
I said no.
As you should.
All right, so I think I'm gonna go with Anakin.
Yeah, I basically just have to make a green screen
do you wanna
dice
go?
tray or a
If I
blue
give you
screen
money,
dice
you
tray.
get me a Pepsi? 'Cause this is gonna run out. I don't know. Are they? How much money?
Oh.
$4
Timbo
per
calling
round?
the reinforcements. His teammate from the 5th Trooper
Anakin's
coming
gonna
up
move
big,
up.
get him a Pepsi.
Anakin's gonna take an aim token.
Oh yeah,
Here we go. That's what teammates are for, gang.
that's right.
Yeah.
And his 5th Trooper teammate supporting him through this match.
It's like in racing, when you're drafting behind your guy or whatever.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
supporting
In
each
bike
other.
racing,
We are
yeah,
going
you pick up
to,
you get the draft.
Go with the phase. Actually, no. We're gonna pull.
Hold.
Use that aim.
Hold.
Or actually, what? We're gonna go with Anakin.
Okay.
Aim dodge.
Sure. Uh,
Let me go check on his mic pack.
Yeah.
go with red here.
I like that suggestion about moving the dice tray. Unfortunately, David has now gone to just double check one of the players' mics. So I don't want to start pressing buttons that
Everything
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
So once he gets
Do what you
back,
need to do.
I'll suggest that to him.
I thought you were just checking him out.
Really nice putt. That's all I got to say.
It's funny, Captain
they're gonna
Nito,
move
you're talking
up.
about key
They're
positions
gonna
real popular this weekend.
take
I
an
find
aim
for me,
action.
like every tournament, there's like one objective that I end up playing over and over. Not sure if that's true for other people. Like yesterday, I played 3 games of Breakthrough. My tournament before that, I think it was mostly KP. Before that was a lot of Intercept.
I have ID.
So it's weird. It's weird how things kind of happen like that. At least in this game, it just won't end with a tank just driving over and covering everything. So hopefully a bit more dynamic.
Just started doing this.
They were asking if you could move the dice tray to the top right corner.
Oh, I can. Yes.
Yeah.
I certainly can.
They went there, they'd be just the other side of that.
Yeah, I agree there. KP is
there's no
usually
reason
a pretty
to play
acceptable
No.
objective.
So again, I want to be exactly range for that same squad.
Sure.
Same squad.
Timbo here doing the exactly range
Look good.
maneuver to make sure that the
And then
arcs
here.
aren't coming move shooting him next turn. At range 3, that is. Because of that devastating range 3 pool. I'm surprised with these casino bets coming in. It seems heavily weighted to Mike. I feel like these are both 2 really good players with pretty similar lists. I would think it's much more of like a 55-45, depending on how you see it.
It's all 1, 2, 3, 4,
But
5,
some good
6.
money to be made
So same shot.
betting Tim right now, gang.
No cloning the sand, but 2 aims still.
Yep.
Yeah, I have it like 6 to 1. That's pretty good odds.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll it.
And this is Vegas, baby. Go for it.
We roll blocks in this house.
So Tim putting through
right.
a couple damage or a couple hits, but not any damage getting through.
Yeah. How dare you knock over a barricade?
I know, I'm sorry. Is this guy that's one?
No, it's this guy's the 4 frontmost.
Actually, we do have some things to give away. We have a precious force flask. It's a lightsaber
shaky
play,
hands, eh?
a lightsaber shaped flask.
Want me to put it in front of the camera?
Yeah, if you want to, if you want to put it in front of the camera, that would be cool. It lights up.
I'm not.
How does one light it up?
I think there's a button. I think there's you screw it in tighter.
I think we're gonna have to go this way.
Yeah, definitely
okay?
are there, yeah.
Thank you.
Sucking it.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're not gonna be able to hide them anyways, and new rules doesn't even matter. So.
Yeah.
Trigger tactical.
Yeah.
2 red into the dudes we've already
Yeah, been
hit.
picking on.
Critical 1. That's 2 crits. I guess I don't need all these aim tokens, guys. We're gonna
Here's
spend that
one.
for Pierce.
I will spend phase 2 surge, take 1 and a suppression.
So right there in the middle of your screen is the force flask that we were giving away. Go pull it up, Matt. There you go. Perfect. It unscrews.
I might heal a guy.
You can
back
see it
there.
there. Product placement.
might.
6 Up Supply, everybody.
Well, might.
6upsupply.com.
That's why I didn't actually go with them. I was like,
Sponsoring this giveaway and sponsoring the tournament in general.
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the giveaway bot, and we'll get this giveaway going in just a few moments.
phase 2's now. We don't have any.
Let's see if MooBot remembers me.
Do you have anything left? Do you have?
I just have the Z6 in the back left.
Okay.
Over margin.
So I think this is gonna be. Oh, I don't need. Yeah, this would be a double move.
Okay.
And we're just gonna put this guy somewhere over here.
All right. Bold strategy, Cotton. Pays off.
Yeah, and Although, I think,
Did that scare you out of it? It's your go.
well, I was still. I was also just realizing, like, but also like these guys are exactly at range 4, so they're not getting range 3 shots thanks to carrying them.
Sure. Yes, if you move up ahead of them,
Yeah.
the arcs are coming to town.
I'll go. So if I were to make my, yeah, I'm gonna say that's my first move,
Okay.
and then see if I want to go somewhere else with another move. Yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is then go like this,
Mm-hmm.
and then go here. And we are gonna heal back.
One of the guys in the phase 1?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
so
healing's gone.
Okay, so you're top down medics?
Yeah.
And there are 3 guys in that phase 1 squad?
Yeah, 3 guys in that phase 1 squad.
Sweet.
Turn of shooting for a clone? I'm okay with that.
Huh?
Turn of shooting for a clone? I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this match is pretty much all about incremental gains here.
Yeah.
It looks like you do not have vigilance in your list, correct?
Nope.
Okay.
I do not. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the move.
Cool. I activate the phase 2s. They're probably just gonna double move here.
Quick
Thank you.
update from the other.
Oh, perfect.
A quick update from the other top 2 game happening, or the other top 4 game happening
move
right
them
now,
into
the
this
Blizzard
little
Mirror. It is the mirror of mirror matches. The
cohere
2
them.
players, Evan and Kyle, have deployed almost exactly mirroring each other in their deployments, as well as having the same list. So the bikes are pretty spaced out to avoid getting hit on the orbital bombardment for 2 bikes. The orbital
Double move.
bombardment
Fast turn.
from
I'm out.
Okay, I just let that
Evan
go.
did a wound to a bike and 2 wounds to an
1, 2,
HRU.
3, 4.
The one from Kyle did no wounds to the first HRU, 2
your
wounds
echo
to the
right there?
second.
Yeah.
So neither one too devastating, but I think in that initial exchange, getting the double suppression on both HRU is big because that means Kyle still has 1 HRU that can move, shoot, and contribute that turn. So we'll see how it plays out.
Where's
but
this guy's squad? Like,
in a
which
game
guys
like
are
that,
so-
a lot of
he's
it's
got
coming
the
down
dark
to
green
dice as well.
guys, so it's 1, 2, 3.
Oh, okay, so they're swinging quite far out. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just need range. I don't need to actually see that guy in particular.
Sure.
Oh, like 2 hours. Okay. It's great to see you too. And you too, Destiny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're fine.
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay.
Yeah, they are. That's why I have 17. Sure. Yep.
Congratulations.
I think there is.
Awesome. Yeah.
I just sent you a friend request, so I'm Zorak.
Me too.
Space Ghost. So I
Sure. We all good? 1 Pierce 1? I bear.
I'm not. I think the I think the players did an out of order thing to be aware of their guys.
Cool beans. Clean up.
So it was a shot from Echo,
just gonna leave all
and
these search
Tim
terms here,
spent
that's
the
okay.
aim to get Pierce, and then Mike barriered it. If you are in this situation where you are the player with lethal, something to remember is lethal happens after the applied dodge and cover step. So the other player has to. You can make them choose barrier. I believe that's when barrier happens. I'd have to double check the timing of barrier specifically, so I'm not sure. But if you're shooting into dodges, just be aware that if the other player
Look at
dodges
that.
all your hits, then you don't have to
yep,
spend the aim
unbox.
for lethal because it happens later. So
first.
once again, the same 2 command cards have been played, both the Anakin 2 pips to get defend,
Putting orders
surge
down.
crit,
We're
and
gonna go
master
to
of the Force
Anakin.
1.
He's going to trigger defend. And then we will give the other order to our.
I just wanted to I apologize for that.
that's green.
One of my friends came through, and he was the person who in 2016 I wandered through the front door of his game store, and I purchased an
passed.
X-Wing core set. So that's who just stopped by the booth. So I had to say hi and like there's just some personal history coming my way.
Sure. Pulling out of the bag.
This is why it's important. This is why LGSs are so important, right? Because without an LGS, I wouldn't
Special
even
forces.
be here. You know, so
And
he shepherded me through my initial growth as a miniatures player. So
we'll go with the
pretty cool.
yeah, pretty cool.
fine gents you've been shooting at.
And yeah, looking at the card on barrier happens to
rally.
modify attack dice step. The attacker modifies
one off.
before the
We've got
defenders, so this particular interaction played perfectly. You have to spend the aim for Pierce before the other
So
player
you were
has to
at
choose whether or not to
Exact's
barrier.
four,
So
yeah, that's
dodge is before lethal, barrier is after lethal.
That reminds me
Alright,
of
so let's talk about
crack
this for a
shot
sec.
in X-Wing, where it's like, well, if you crack shot, I'm
You
going
do
to
have a
spend the
dodge up.
evade or
These guys
not,
all
or
have
whatever.
situational.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same situation.
You have 2 dodges up. Sure. Okay. All right. I think we're just gonna.
Also,
Aim.
I'm going to do this because David doesn't
that
want to
same
shamelessly
squad.
plug his Patreon.
Oh,
Yep.
But
Red black.
I want to shamelessly
One
plug
crit,
his
we'll spend
Patreon
it on
because he
Pierce.
does great stuff, goes to a lot of tournaments, and brings great coverage like this. You know, watching
Pass it back to you.
watching games live is a lot better than watching games on TTS, and I think it's great for the game. When I first got into miniatures gaming, you know, I watched tournament
That's what, the
coverage
Clone
like
Commander?
this, and it's what made me really want to get into it. So it's really important. If you guys want to support it, I'd say go for it. Like all the money in there, it's to help get more streams out there. It's to help get bigger and better equipment so that the quality can go up. You know, better, more cameras, better setup, all of that sort of stuff. So David, where can they find your Patreon?
they should go to patreon.com/YavinBase, the name of the channel, and become a supporter at the $5 tier. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
And all that money, all that stuff that I collect goes towards funding Adepticon right now. So my streaming efforts, it all goes toward that. So upgrading the channel, you know, getting prizes,
We'll blow it back.
doing all kinds of stuff, paying for the shipping on the
Forces.
giveaways. It all just goes in. It goes right back into the channel. None of the money is
Go with-
pocketed. So
100%. And yeah, if
Red?
you also have, you know, Amazon Prime, you have a free Twitch Prime every month
that 5 on
you
Echo?
can use to support
not
the
quite,
channel
'cause
as
I was
well.
just at exact
So you can
time
use
here.
your Twitch Prime subscription.
So
Or, I don't know if it's your Twitch Prime's a thing for each month.
It's a subscription,
Yeah, just
yeah.
re-up every month,
That's
I believe,
probably
is what
enough,
you have
right?
to do. Come back to the channel,
Oh yeah.
give it to Yavin Base. You know, that's another way to support it. And it doesn't cost you anything if you've already got Amazon Prime.
Hear anybody? Probably this guy.
Greg, I love you.
Sure, tactical.
Okay.
Take a shot at Echo.
Sounds good.
Echo does not have situational, correct?
Does not.
All right. Woo! Let's see them crits. Will Pierce 1.
Yep.
Oh, Echo losing his second model there.
Yeah.
You know who arcs better than one arc? 4. Who said they don't need critical 1? Yep. You got it.
At the end of this round, I can do a walk by the side of the table, confirm 100% how many clones are dead.
Yeah.
Because it will be a game
all right.
of fine margins here today.
Yep.
You
Pulling
know,
out of the step.
not a lot of one-shotting clones off the table going to happen.
The bark.
Probably not a lot of melee until the end game. Anakin is not really a Jedi who's diving, and you don't really want to dive into
We will
someone
aim
else's
dodge.
force push. So I wouldn't expect it until the game develops a bit more. Anakin's perfectly happy just staying with the army, using barrier,
Yep.
using exemplar, all of that.
Sure, you got it. Yep. 1 crit. I will roll it. We take a casualty.
Oh my goodness, clones actually dying. Only to be revived by medics.
It can happen.
It can happen.
No, I've killed a bunch of his phase 1s. Not a bunch. Like I've killed like 2, and I killed the second guy in his Echo squad. All right. Entourage Shogun. This is my 4 special forces. I'm not sure I said that, but yeah. Yep. Cool. So we're gonna go with Team Blue. They're gonna move up And we are gonna recohere some dudes. Trigger tactical. We're gonna then fire at Echo. Crit. I'm gonna pierce one that. Okay.
Echo is one of the few things in Tim's list that
Rolling
does
hot fire.
not have situational awareness, so you cannot dodge crits.
Yep.
So Mike looking to even up the
Yep.
activation count early.
Uno action.
Oh, and only a single action for that Echo squad. So again, here we're seeing some suppression issues starting to come into play a little bit. I was kind of wondering if Mike might even play the Indomitable card right away, but makes sense. Get Anakin's
You just have your
get
Echo
Anakin's
left
2-pip
fire?
out there. Master
As
the
far as
Force
arcs
means
go,
now
yes.
he doesn't have to take
Yeah.
a recover action to get back barrier, so he can generate more tokens and defend, generate more tokens. So I'd assume maybe next round we see Indomitable come
That
out
one
to
actually
play.
hurts.
Uh-huh.
That or lead from the front for a bunch of tokens.
Too bad you didn't have leaders of the 5-0 first.
Too bad you don't have it out either.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Yeah, and Echo having to hide
We're
is
just
good
going
for
to,
Mike
move Echo.
because
Okay.
you know that's
To,
some good piercing
come out.
damage. And I think one of the reasons
Get him
we were
out of
talking earlier
dodge.
about Gar being pretty decent. This
And you
meta is
get
not a
nice
meta
name.
with a ton of pierce, especially with snipers kind of going away. I think
we go.
we're seeing a lot
All right,
less pierce
I
coming
think
around, so a lot more
I'm gonna go with
chance
Anakin.
for the red saves to shine.
Kind of box them out a little bit. I think we're gonna jump up here. We're gonna go ahead and take an aim action.
Okay.
We'll recover force barrier.
Yep.
And then we will take a suppression token for not attacking. And we will pass the turn back over to you.
Okay. Do you have endurance on Anakin?
I have no trainings on him.
Okay. Cool.
Flawed.
So Tim's asking about the trains on Anakin, so he could shoot Anakin and get him flawed for next turn, but I don't think it's that important to flaw Anakin right now because having no order control on Anakin
Yep.
in round 3 for Mike,
Uh-huh.
like it's not going to be a deal breaker, I don't think.
Move.
Like I think it can be a trap to flaw Anakin too early. I think maybe Mike's even trying to bait that out.
Dodge.
He wants people to shoot Anakin. Anakin will just say, "Okay, I'll dodge, I'll
them
gem
around.
so I'll put wounds on
Yeah.
you."
So, can we just talk about like, so you got a phase 2 spot. You can put me on the clock. Yeah. Where is your other naked phase 1?
They are 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the other one is
1, 2.
okay. Ooh. Basically,
Squad
mostly
down
hidden.
to a couple guys.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the early attrition going Mike's way.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and go with red. Sorry, not red. Green.
In the first cast, we were talking about
Green is going to
every top in faction could
use
be a
their
battle
medic
force.
charge.
We're that much closer. Top in faction for Empire will definitely be
and
a battle force. So
bring
now
back
if
that
Mike
arc you
wins,
killed.
it's all battle forces.
It's all battle forces
Man,
top
all
in
that work.
faction.
Yeah.
Wow,
All that work.
that's not expected.
Okay. Medic used.
I'm excited to
we're
see a
gonna go
new battle
ahead
force with
and-
Imperial Remnant in a few weeks, but
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. The idea that you can put heavy weapons from different
This is kind
squads
of a little
into
bit of a
other
cluster
different
here.
squads.
and I'm hoping
just gonna
maybe a
aim
5
dodge.
or a 2/12 with Cody coming out. Like
And,
I'm
Odie.
excited to see. I think the first round we're kind of vanilla, and I think we're going to start seeing more and more interesting design space being used.
Pull.
Yep.
That's the phase 2. I do have aims around. So we're outside of range 4 right now.
Yeah.
Aim dodge.
Sure.
Yes, crew guards. This game determines whether or not all of
pulling out
them
the back.
are battle forces or not.
Core unit. We'll go with red.
Yeah, if 501st wins here, it would be a battle force. If Tim wins, It's going to be all but one.
All but the 5-0 worst.
Yes, all but the 5-0 worst.
Mike doing his best here to turn that into the 5-0 best.
Are we 4 of anything here?
4 of these guys.
Okay. What about?
Definitely not there.
Okay. All right. We're gonna move up. We will. I mean, like cohere them and stuff. Is that too far? It probably is.
Full beans.
That was one action.
Oh, yeah.
We'll dodge.
Do you have anything left?
I have Echo.
Aim dodge for Anakin.
Yep.
Suppression.
Uh-huh.
Just want to say thanks to all the guys that are subbing right now. We got a hype train going, so it's
Okay.
awesome. I appreciate you guys for subbing to this channel.
Tag.
And
got
please do
Echo.
type in hashtag giveaway to enter the giveaway. We're giving away a Force Flask, courtesy of 6 Up Supply. Visit
Where's your
6
Echo?
the number 6
Right here?
upsupply.com to find out more about their amazing offers. They have a lot of Legion terrain and Legion doodads that you can purchase, as well as the Force Flask that we're going to be giving away. This is an LVO Force Flask, so get in there. Make sure you don't miss your chance to win.
Are you good with that at range 5?
It's range 5. I just want to look down at the.
Yeah. I do have a little bit of like.
Echo's moving
room
here to get a shot.
I definitely can move him like another like base length at least.
Yeah. I don't think you have it right now,
Okay.
because there is a base there, so you are sort of.
Can this guy see him?
Let's silhouettes. We have those things.
Yep.
Pre-measuring with a silhouette. It's allowed, people. So definitely do it. Use all the tools
I'm pretty sure
available
I
to
can
you.
see him from where I'm at right now.
Okay.
If you want to come look at it, you can.
We'll just call a
I think
judge,
this is one
guys.
actually easier to see from this side. than
Yeah.
this side.
No problem with calling a judge.
There's a little kind of like sliver in between the
Oh,
barricade.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But they figured it out, so.
All right. We're gonna
keep
go
going.
here. Find that model. Where is it?
Lord Dorn, it
right.
depends on the
So,
how the
we have
train was defined.
An aim on Anakin.
That I assume would be area
an aim
terrain
on,
as they defined it. It's,
Echo
I
from
can't imagine it's an
Tactical. We
obstacle
also have
train,
an
so
aim on
it's fine to
green.
overlap area
We got
terrain
3
with
aims.
troopers.
Into Echo?
Okay.
Are these yours?
I have no idea.
Okay. Spend the first aim.
Lots of aims coming through.
We'll keep this.
Yep.
Spend the second aim.
Mike looking for
Nothing. We'll
Double
spend the third aim
crits.
on Priest.
Spend his surge.
Yep.
I might even pick it up because I'll pick it up at the end.
Okay.
I have way too many surges around to.
So Echo coming up with a lot of big blocks that round, so that's good for
So I
Tim.
just have this phase. One squad here.
Yep.
Yeah, the story of the game so far has basically been that there's been a lot of pressure put on Tim's
They have
Echo.
Echo at range 4 now, I
And
think.
Echo's
Be
been
very
being
close.
shot repeatedly by enemy arc
So I just have
snipers,
to be at the edge of his base
and
there.
he's taken
Definitely not.
I
Definitely
believe
not.
2 out of 3
Yeah, we'll
wounds.
just shoot the guys with.
And
these,
Tim is
two
trying to
special
hide him
items.
out so
Okay.
he doesn't lose that activation. 'Cause if he
So
loses
we
it-
have.
actually saved
So they're
out,
gonna
so
aim
he's on-
shoot.
I think he saved out, so
Then
he
they
still has
have
2
an aim
wounds left,
on
but we'll get an
Anakin,
update at the end of the
Padme,
round
and
here.
Anakin, so 4 aims in total.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 crit.
Okay. I'll barrier it.
Sounds good.
See, and this is why Gar
Not
is
put it
good.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to
that's
kill in this meta. It's chonky.
fine. I didn't spend any surges, so I'm gonna
You only have 1 action. So we
leave
should
them
be
out.
Great.
Hey stream, are you guys having a great time watching this super exciting and entertaining game? Is it all you ever hoped for?
I mean, actually, it's been pretty fun.
So much to do. I'm still cleaning up.
Okay. No, Jesus. How many tokens you got over there?
So many, because I generate a lot of tokens.
You do, but man.
I'm also taking less shots than you, so I use less of them. If you'd come at me, I could spend them.
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
Why won't you come at me? Okay. You can put me on the clock. You can start it now. Think. Oh, actually, I'm going to do this.
Okay. Yeah. Leaders of the 5-0 first.
Diplomatic cover.
Okay. Your roll.
Yeah.
I get to go first. All right. I'm
Well,
gonna
welcome
give
back, Zane.
orders to the
How's it going, dude?
orders.
What's up,
phase-
David? What's up, Legion fam?
Jerseys. Well, I guess I already
Zane
used
was
the
casting last
characters.
night with me,
I'm
or
gonna
with
give-
Tim.
I'm not going to give it to them then.
And
We're gonna
Tim
go
and him had a
to
great time.
The arcs that are
Soulless
suppressed
Sons of Endless.
and Echo.
The Soulless Twins.
Um,
So
Everybody's got
Zane's
Indomitable at their
coming in
range
here on
too,
stream
Anakin.
to
That's pretty stellar.
to say what's up and say hi while Matt is checking out the other game.
I just ordered
He's gonna
Anakin
give us an
and
update.
direct,
I just want to say thank you, Zane, because you've also provided a lot of support to the stream, just in general, during your time here.
Hey, it's been
Great. So
It's been excellent, and I appreciate you having me on with you.
here we are.
Yeah, man. Hey, Yeldneb, thank you for the bits.
You have dodge tokens up.
I have one dodge from Anakin.
One dodge from Anakin.
More singing.
All right, I'll pull out of the bag.
I don't know. I don't
Look
want
at
to
that,
get. I don't want to
it's
get banned for
Hey,
copyright
buddy.
infringement by singing a
Hey,
copyrighted
buddy.
song.
Anakin is going to aim and dodge.
Add your own words to it.
And then
I
recover
guess. I
force
guess if
barrier.
it's a parody, it's fair use, right? So
That's how Weird Al did
you
it.
just have to make it a Legion
I
song.
will, pull.
Yep.
I'm gonna go.
So there's a song from
Naked
Little Mermaid
Phase
called
one-
Le
Naked Phase
Poisson,
one
which is
and
the
dodge.
chef's
Sure.
song when he's chopping up the fish in the kitchen.
Oh yeah.
And so I had this idea for a parody song called Le
Pull out of
Tontons.
the bag.
So I actually wrote some lyrics, but I never published.
He's got it.
Weird Al endless here.
Yeah, Weird
out
Al
the
Endless.
Suppressed.
Yeah, yeah. I've listened to some Weird Al in my time.
Oh, haven't we all?
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember the words now, but remember, guys, enter the giveaway. We're gonna give this Force Flask away in about 5 minutes.
Oh, it is awesome.
We're just gonna
And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, David, but I
Aim
think this
dodge
first
on
class
blue.
is a custom one for LVO.
Yes, it is. It is unique to LVO.
Yeah.
You cannot purchase this anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 6-up doesn't sell. They sell. I mean, you can buy like the version, but you can't buy this one because it's like R2D2 themed, and it's got the.
I'm gonna go with Echo.
It's got the Legion Tournament Circuit logo on the bottom,
Echo is gonna aim
or
because
on
I
the
like
lid
where
of
he
the
is.
flask. I mean,
Yeah.
And then he's gonna take a shot at your Echo because he hasn't moved.
Cool. So 3 aims total.
Yep. One crit showing. First aim. Second aim. We'll spend the other aim on Pierce.
If we had any noise toys
Pick one.
today.
Yep.
no, we haven't really. It's been kind of one-sided.
Oh, here's Bronson back with an
couple
update on the
vipers on
other game that is
Yeah,
very heavily
Matt in
contested.
here. Let's get Matt in here for the Blizzard Force v Blizzard Force update.
I
I'll send you some pictures.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
We'll get those pictures.
Alrighty. Anything I missed here on the clone side of things?
Just unfortunately,
We're gonna improv?
suffering more wounds on Tim's side of the board.
Ooh, okay.
Getting
We're gonna go
ground
Commander.
by attrition a little bit, losing a fourth clone
He is
there.
going to cover improv.
Oh, one whole wound.
And then
Alrighty.
One entire wound.
Yeah. Oh, and it looks like a wound on Echo as
Anakin
well.
and Padme.
Okay.
So yeah, Blizzard on the other side. So they're playing. It is Disarray payload. Looks like both players have a chance to score their payloads. It's a pretty dang open table. So a little tricky there.
I'm gonna pull out of the bag.
Also, shout out to Johnny Keys, Karma55 on the Discord for being my man on the
First action's
field,
gonna
giving
be
me
to
some of the
pivot.
updates. but
Second action.
basically, I think he was saying Evan was
dodge.
winning on the bike battle.
Third action will
to
be a
start,
compulsory move.
but now Kyle has repositioned some of his bikes, so he has a bit more leverage on that side of the field, and might have the leg up there. But they're trading back blows back and forth. Nothing too skewed. Pretty even so far. So still more updates to come on that one.
So not the kind of gung-ho, lethal kind of Blizzard mirror that we're used to seeing.
Fair enough.
A little bit more calculated.
Yeah, not like a full units dead by the end of turn one sort of game yet. Oh, and there we go, Mike using that pass. What do we get for command cards? It looks like
it was a double. It was let's see, it was
Padme played for her reliable, which makes sense. Get more
Leaders
tokens.
of the 501st.
Leaders of the 501st. So
we need to go back in time for a second.
Yeah.
Anakin should have a special token for not attacking.
Quick thinking aim on Padme.
yeah, because I believe lead from the front is the
Right?
the other one.
Lead from the front is the
one
token.
is
the
the
aim
aim,
token.
the
It's gotta be
aim
green?
dodge token one. Yeah. So many lead
What do you have yet
cards.
to activate?
Anakin, the 2 and the 3 big squads.
And the 3 big squads. Okay.
What? Yeah. I misplaced Echo. Now there's 1 wound left. Doesn't feel so good.
So here's the Kyle versus Evan game. This is Blizzard Force Mirror, as you can see on your screen here. Maybe Matt, can you tell us whose bikes are whose? I think the dark ones are Orchimedes' bikes, and the light ones are Evan's.
The other way around. So Kyle is on the right side of the screen here, going to the left, and then Evan is on the left side, going to the right.
Okay.
Anakin's going to aim dodge, get a suppression.
Actually, no, yeah.
Evan has the numbers.
Yes, Evan has the numbers. Yes, so no, you were correct, actually. Sorry. Because you can see, because it's disarray, they're kind of on the diagonal. So you can see in the top right, that's the bulk of Kyle's force. Top left, the bulk of Evan's force. And then it's the other way around on the bottom here. So Kyle, you can see 5 bikes to 2 now that he's kind of repositioned that bike up top. So he might get more of an advantage now in that bike game.
Yeah, okay.
And then both of the payloads are coming towards us. So on the left side, you can see a marker there. And then on the right side, you can also see a marker on that grate. So the payload started on the far, the top side of the board, and it's coming towards the camera here. So a ways to travel, but there's not a lot of stuff impeding them. So if the armies kind of follow them, they could potentially score payload.
Are the payloads crossing each other?
They will have to cross each other, yeah.
Now I'm kind of like shooting in
be
a
a Vader
situational
showdown.
town, it feels like.
Yeah, exactly. My guess is it's just going to be a kill points tie, but you never know.
So I think what we're going to do is we are going to aim.
As you can see, it is a pretty open board over there on Hoth, so it might be tough for Vader to really exert control on this game early.
Phase 1, DC 15.
Black ones?
Yeah, whichever ones are the most forward.
Most forward would be 10, but
sure. These guys. Okay. We'll shoot these guys. All right. Red, black. We'll spend a surge, sure.
So suppression?
Make it a hit, yep. Okay. We will not spend the aim. Here you go.
Okay. What do you have left?
I have my red phase 2s with the mortar that have the medic up, and I also have the full arc with the 2 suppression tokens on it.
Okay. 2 suppression. Okay. Stack.
Yep.
Phase 2s. I again want to move. I'm gonna move up.
Sure.
This is Echo, right?
That is Echo.
And where's the nearest ARC squad leader?
All the other ARC squad leaders are literally
those
1,
three.
2, 3.
Okay.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go here
Okay.
and then dodge.
Okay.
get. Now go a little less far.
Neither player's wanting to move up too much here because they don't want to take the big wall up. But I think the status quo of little pokes advantages Mike right now.
Oh, for sure. He's got 4 snipers to the
Yeah.
1
1, 2, 3, 4,
of
5.
Tim.
The thing is, I feel like Mike hits harder at range 4, or 5, 4, 3, and 2.
That's you.
But or Tim has the defense. That's the thing. So it's a bit of an offense versus defense battle in a sense there.
So we're definitely range 4 on red right now, right?
Yep.
Okay. And you have the other 2.
I have these two to go, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with the suppress guys. They have Indomitable.
Yep.
Indomitable.
Okay.
They are
very
no longer
nice.
suppressed.
They just
Upgrading
roll it
those.
off.
Hashtag
Wow.
Wookiees.
It goes from a 1 in 3 chance, 1 in 3 paint on the dice to a 2 in 3.
Do you just want to hold that real
So
quick?
it goes from 44% chance that you blank out and lose an action to a
How
11%
many dodge
chance
tokens
that
do
you
you
blank
have?
out and lose an action. And you have Indomitable and 2 suppression. So it's a huge upgrade.
Okay. I'm actually okay with where he is now.
That's why I was willing to do that.
Yeah. So we're gonna aim.
All right, guys, we're going to draw this giveaway winner. So best of luck to everybody who entered. We're going to draw the giveaway winner now.
2.
Drum roll, please.
We'll spend an aim for pierce.
I dodged.
Okay. You got the suppression. Cool.
Okay.
All right, K. Owens, if you are here, you need to type !claim to claim your giveaway.
These boys.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Something.
Looks like they have accepted. Congratulations. That was for a Force Flask, right?
We're just gonna aim shoot. This squad.
That's
I
all
guess.
good, K. Owens.
One
I
that
got you.
was suppressed and is no longer.
I got you. You claimed it.
Okay.
You're
I'm gonna
good.
fire square.
So just message me on Discord or whisper me
At range 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
whenever you can.
So it's
just let me
4
know.
red critical 2.
Yeah, and they have their own aim. They can spend a buddy's name. They can spend
Oh, Zane
Anakin's
is around.
aim.
He's right over
They
there.
can spend.
Sure. They've got aim tokens.
They have 5 aim tokens.
Understood.
And critical 2. Great start. So we're gonna spend their own.
Yep.
Looks like a fire
2,
supported DC
3,
15
4
shot.
crits.
That was a pretty good roll.
It's a lot of crits.
No pierce on this shot, right?
No pierce.
Well,
This could be the big punch that Tim is looking for.
I will barrier 1.
Okay.
He just gave us a face looking over at us. Pretty funny
Take 1
face.
casualty.
Yeah.
4 crits, 1 wound after barrier and going the average 2 out of 3 on the defense dice.
All right. I will go with my phase 2s.
And heal that.
I'm gonna put them back.
Yep. So that is all the medic charges used up for both
I
players
assume they're not
now.
shooting.
I think they are actually.
Oh, okay. Then I will leave. I'll take aim. Start taking aims away, but leave the dodges.
Yeah. I just wanna. I gotta measure it and make sure it's kosher, but I'm pretty sure you put them into range 4.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yep. Okay. So we're gonna hit the phase 2 squad.
Okay.
It's just gonna be 2 black dice, critical 1, suppressive.
Cool.
After the cumbersome change,
We are gonna spend
the
these guys aim token.
P2
I mean, I have-
mortar.
More.
I want to
okay.
spend the aim.
Okay.
I want to spend the aim.
Okay.
All right. All right. Yeah, 2 suppression.
Yeah.
After the change
Their
to
second
cumbersome,
action.
That P2 mortar is a lot more appealing now. That it can shoot and then move if it has to.
Yeah, I'm gonna start pulling the dodges now. Then.
Yes.
Still, it's not a very backloaded heavy, so if it starts losing models,
Move.
it's gonna get worse.
Right, it shoots a maximum of 6 dice, which is not great for an 80-something point unit.
But at the same time, in this list, if they're shooting the P2 with a mortar, Mike is very happy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then his arcs are just going to town.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Yeah, usually one of the advantages of heavy
gonna
weapons
pull the
is
third
maybe you
shogun
have
this
2
time
minis
'cause
left, but you're throwing
just to, like,
5
reset
dice.
the
No,
standard
that's not
here.
happening with these guys.
Oh, I
The
just
cumbersome
looked them up.
changes is you're now allowed to shoot
You got the
first
correct
and then
amount.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah, before, as long as you shot, you could not move, shoot, or
Actually, I do
shoot,
have
move.
one more to put out. 'cause
You
Padme
couldn't
does
do a
level
shoot
one
and a
now.
move in the same activation. Now you can shoot first, move later. The Han, as we say. Shoot first, ask questions later.
Yeah.
Big buff for Cassian Sniper as
Oh,
well.
huge buff.
I mean, we're talking about, you know, I'm pretty down on Rebels, but Cassian really loves that change.
Oh, standing orders
It's
from
an
Mike.
order.
That
Yep.
is an interesting
Black
call.
squad.
Sure.
I think he wants to save his big 1-pip. You know, at this point he can go 1-pip, 1-pip, 1-pip at the end.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah.
go to Anakin.
Um, and just have priority on a lot of turns and get tokens when it's the big shots.
Reliable.
Right. Because now Tim has used one of his 2 1-pips. So basically that's 2 out of the 3 turns Mike can guarantee priority at
Right.
the end.
Cool.
Well, it is true that
Or,
if he moves, he does get tactical, but he can pass that aim to K2 when he moves.
Yeah, talking about Cassian.
Yeah.
Because, and before it was just
Been a
too
little
easy to
spread
hide
out.
from Cassian is the problem.
Okay, so these
Like this
guys
gives him some extra
Yep.
mobility,
Going
so he can still
move.
he can plink a wound through, you know, get if he gets some aim support and then move. He was never move shooting before
And,
with his sniper, right? So
yeah. And dodge.
Okay.
yeah, good thinking there
We're
as
both a
far
little
as
spread out.
maybe
Ah.
Mike just wants to go last. He could be setting up a good last first opportunity here, so that he just goes last move into range, take a huge shot, go first with one of his cards, take a huge shot. And as far as time left, you can see that on the right of the screen, we are using chess clocks. Mike has 44 minutes left and change, and Tim has 49 minutes left and change. So pretty even, but you know, if it continues at this pace, maybe Mike will be a little bit rushed at
Where's
the
this
end.
Shogun?
This is unit
But they
leader.
haven't even hit half of their time yet, and we're already on to round 4. Of course, it'll probably slow down a bit once the armies really collide.
All right. I'm
Yeah,
gonna go
game
with Echo.
uplink is not
Yep.
going to be completely
Uh,
correct
Echo's
because
gonna
these
aim.
games are all based
I'm
off
gonna
of chess
shoot the
clocks.
phase 2 unit that's
So
suppressed.
I'd say just look on the right-hand side of the screen for time.
1 crit. I'll make you spend it.
Dodge.
We'll see about list, Seizure Salad. It depends on whether Blizzard is nerfed or not.
I'm gonna improv.
I think if Blizzard isn't nerfed, then probably clones, just because
Or-
they can have the potential to save out of it.
Other naked squad.
And if it isn't
Dodge.
nerfed,
What's up?
who knows? The
The
world
other
is a
naked squad's
playground,
gonna
and I want to
Sure.
explore it. I'm really looking forward to playing post LVO now, and just pretending Blizzard doesn't exist and practicing lists from there.
Yeah, you got it.
Core unit.
Yeah, buffs always feel way better when things are adjusted. Like that's why I said I'd rather the factions, you know, be buffed up to be more like Empire than Empire be brought down. Obviously, other.
All right. We're gonna go ahead and hit phase 2.
I've heard otherwise, Ellis. But we'll see.
crit one.
We'll see what the next few
I'll
weeks bring.
spend- So I can't actually spend this dodge.
I've heard they're
Not close
watching.
enough. So I think I'm just gonna roll against it.
Sure.
That'd be good.
Okay. 2 suppression tokens.
So Big, I'm asking, what happens when your clock gets to 0?
and then we're
You're
gonna
not
move.
allowed to take any actions, I believe, except for defense dice
You're wanting
rolls.
at range 4 or
So basically,
no, I just wanna be there.
pass all your remaining activations once you are clocked. So you just pass. Your army just stays where it is, and you roll defense dice, and that's about it.
Yep. And then I'm reminded of that question we had at Golden State Games, where what happens when bikes have to compulsory move?
It's TBD for Worlds. They're figuring out how they're going to approach that in their chess clock rules. So read the tournament documents.
Yeah, you just have to keep up to date on the tournament document as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Go ahead.
I think they should raise HRU's 10 points.
Mm-hmm.
Because that would make the current Op Vader list with 782,
Sure.
802, and it would break that list because that's the problem list in my opinion.
Okay.
ATST is also good, but you definitely have to touch HRUs.
Yeah, you can't. It solves it.
If you just touch Vader, because I think they should, obviously get rid of Op Vader
Special
and make it Commander only. But ATST Blizzard is still
how many
very,
dodges do these
very
guys
good.
presently have?
Yeah.
One. Okay.
If you could only take one HRU per two snows. Yeah. It's possible.
We're gonna go with blue.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. They just start. Transponders are pretty good now. They lose their bid, and transponders are good for the offense. I think it'd still be a very good list. So probably 2 or 3 things, but an HRU up definitely needs to be part of it. Oh, looks like Mike's looking at getting into range 3 here to start to unload.
Oh, having to force you to take 3 snows so HRUs don't count as your core requirement. That could be an interesting idea.
It could. It'd still be probably pretty strong.
Well, it forces you to take a 44-point snow trooper.
Basically, it almost then necessitates you take Commander Vader, because then you turn your Imperial officer into another snow.
Yeah.
Things are happening.
And yeah, the 2-pip is a big problem. The 2-pip is a huge problem.
Things are happening, Endless.
Yeah, I know. Amazing.
Sorry for the boring game.
It's not boring. It's not as boring as we're letting on.
Okay.
Guys, yeah, it's not tactics. I like these games. It's
all right, so we're gonna go ahead and trigger
It's not
tactical.
big and flashy.
Heavy to light.
Heavy down a light shot. It'll be 5 black, 1 red.
2 aims available.
1.
Okay.
Well, that's pretty good.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
We're gonna go ahead and spend a shared aim from these guys.
Yep.
So that'll be
Surge, you mean.
Surge.
I
Might
doubt
be.
they'll remove HRU.
It's
but
been a
you never know.
long tournament.
was a very deliberate
aim
choice
for
to put
Pierce,
them in.
So
5
after
to 4.
cover,
I'll spend
Tim
a dodge
is
for
on the
3.
bottom of the
Okay, so 3
screen.
Pierce
The army on the kind of red bases on the
spend
right-hand
surge,
side.
take
Correct.
2.
okay, you got it.
I'm gonna spend Padme Surge.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna.
You do need to remove the models.
So even these big shots now, it's like 2 rings.
And did you get suppression?
Yeah, they're at the 6.
Great. All good?
I don't know if the mandatory UWeb kills the list, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know. I think
3 bikes is still pretty good.
You need to do a few things. That
improv?
2-pip is ridiculous. The 2-pip is ridiculous.
Yeah, take beam off the 2-pip.
Yeah.
All right.
Blast is fine. It's only 4 dice. It's basically equivalent to Kraken and Sharpshooter
Yeah.
to
It's kind
Bombard.
of in the same power level.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right. I'm going to pull out of the bag. Core unit. D6.
These guys on the Discord, so Mike Berry is Dashz on the Discord, and Tim is Timbo on the Discord. And then
Like,
I am...
It's like a reverse doxing.
Yeah.
I'm Zeusjus, and David is Endless.
Endless, that's right.
Getting a little wet.
Point. Yeah. We're slow.
How close are these guys going to come is the question. Are they going to get a range 3?
Double move?
Just a double move.
Okay.
Just positioning. Generating some aim tokens, it looks like.
Inching closer to the KP as well.
All right.
Good. Pull. For can't improv. So. We go with these guys. They
Sure.
have 6 suppression.
6 suppression.
It's a lot of suppression. Probably won't panic, but it's possible.
Oh,
Woof.
one off.
Okay, so no
Okay.
panic. One
Shoot those
action.
ups.
So
Okay.
a response shot. So even though they only have one action, they've
heavy-
got a lot of token
Yeah,
sharing going
they
on.
lost 2, so I'm down to 3 black dice.
You got it.
6 whites. I don't know, that's my shining one went. Oh well, probably another. Oh, it is.
Oh, we'll make it to the final
Oh, God,
game.
that's
No
so
problem.
hard to
there.
Yeah, I'm not going to use that again.
These players are just very active, very talkative, so I don't want to talk over
Into
them
hits.
too much.
Correct.
Especially now that the stuff is happening, the meat.
I'm going to spend. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it that 1 credit.
Okay, so 1 crit. All right, we'll roll it.
Oh, only 1 crit getting through on one of Tim's
Okay,
big
we
shots,
lose,
but
dude.
it's a blank.
All right, man down. Can't bring him back.
And yeah, a snowtrooper unit expansion, like for snows, fleets, P2s, and B2s, like all the second core options for every unit,
We're gonna go ahead and
or every faction, I should say.
grab a
That
bag
would be
here. I
great.
think it's
So
probably all
hopefully,
special forces, to be
you
honest.
never know what's in the works, but it'll be
is
good.
this-
Those snows with
Yeah,
like
you want
even
that.
just a regular T21 sort of weapon, like with a normal heavy,
So,
are kind of
we're gonna go with
ridiculous with the
red.
new
Okay.
climb rules because you can climb steady, climb back. So there's a lot of really good stuff you can do with that. Anakin is around, so 5 suppression is not enough to panic because he's got Courage 3.
Range 3 look okay.
I'm sorry, I can't. Your hand's in there.
Sorry. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So your hand was just right
It's
over the
okay.
knob.
It's
I
all
was just
right.
like,
I know. I know.
I believe you, but
Okay, looks
But
like
I don't,
shot coming in.
obviously.
I think a squad with
It's all right.
2
I
or 3
forgive
guys
you.
I
left. The
obviously
guys
don't
that
trust you
the
at
full
all.
arcs hit earlier. So Mike really starting to put his foot on the gas here, and I think next turn we're going to see lead from the front, and even more just pedal to the metal. Interesting thought, Jay. I don't hate it.
All right, trigger tactical.
Makes Han sad, but opens
We'll
up.
take a heavy cover down
I
a
think
light
it just
shot at those
depends how
phase
it
2s.
affects the design space and how limiting they find it.
Okay. We are gonna.
Okay, not a great start on those arcs. Looks like 3 blanks.
we're on
3
turn
hits.
4. I don't think that's going to be an issue.
We're gonna use the aim to re-roll. I'm just gonna pull these out of the box here.
Okay. What do you have for aims available?
Just that one.
Just that one, okay.
Oh, so just
Yep.
one aim to pierce.
We'll spend shared surge from green, so it'll be 5 down to 4 after cover.
On 4, okay. Do you have any? What do you have left?
I have this full arc squad. I have the Bark
And Anakin.
and Anakin.
And you said it's so 4 after cover.
4 after cover.
Okay.
Tim, I think just figuring out how much. I think he just spent all the dodges
We're gonna
here.
spend 1 dodge, make it 3.
Okay.
Anakin's not
3
doing
just sounds
much.
so much better than 4.
Or did you say the arcs in Anakin?
I think
I was
slowly
thinking it
all
was
the
the
red.
Bark.
Oh, there's some
Bark
red
and
dice.
Anakin are
Are
not
they
doing
migrating
any
over
damage.
my
They're
side?
migrating to your side.
Okay.
So I'll just try to equalize.
Yeah, that's
ish at
fine.
the end.
If you know what you've got. Okay.
Side spend their surge to.
Sure.
I
That's
think
another
bridges
suppression.
are one thing you really want to discuss with your opponent as far as like,
good.
let's just not climb onto them.
Yep.
That's what I did in my game the other day. Just a bridge in the
You're
air.
going
Just
to
you have the power to
pull.
define the terrain like that.
Echo.
So that's what I would say.
Echo,
It keeps
I
things
have
from
to
being a
go.
little too ridiculous and,
So,
and doesn't devalue
Can you
jump
just
as
point out,
much.
like this squad is.
But obviously that's up to
1,
you
2,
guys
3,
in the
4,
pre-game
5.
discussion.
Okay.
Now, as the clones advance here from Mike, he's got to be making sure
Where's this guy
he's
from? Fit in.
keeping
1,
cover, but I think that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
3.
There's only 3 of them.
Yeah, you killed one. Well, I mean, there's
Oh, there's
there's
4,
3 in
of them.
addition to the
1,
unit
2.
leader.
Oh, there's no guy on the pen.
Yes, yeah, you got it.
I understand.
Yep. Do you want me? Tell you what.
That would, yeah, that'd be nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
This is turn 4. So the game's moving. Lots of just
We're
hanging back,
actually-
positioning, and then we are going to see a big rush at the end here, I'm sure.
Is So you don't.
So
You have
this
a
will,
dodge,
I
but
think
no
that's where
barrier
the
right now, right?
That is accurate.
action efficiency
Where are the
of
what are the
Indomitable,
faces
tactical
Yeah.
will really
1,
come
2,
into play.
3, 4,
And
5,
the
6.
extra courage.
And then
Okay,
1, 2,
so
3,
I just
4,
want to know which squad was the
Of course,
outside.
there's still
Yeah.
the Padme 2-pip to get free
That's
moves and
range.
stuff
So I
like
have way
that.
more than
So
enough range.
still anyone's ball
If I
game
just
as they rush for that center
eat
KP.
to like
So the basic recap, I think, of this whole game so far is that
Yeah, you got a couple.
Mike has the long-range
Yeah, so I'll
advantage
shoot like this
with
is easy
4
shot,
snipers in
Sure,
his
yeah, yeah.
teams.
so he gets an
His
aim for
arc
that, He has
teams.
a clone aim. He has another
Tim
aim
has
to
tried his
extend.
best using his dodge factory
So,
to
3 in total?
negate that
Yep.
power. He hasn't quite succeeded.
It's reading 1.
Yeah.
He is definitely behind slightly on
spend
attrition.
zone and just,
Neither
yeah,
side has lost an activation
knock the
yet.
guy off.
He
Yeah, you
has
got it.
9x to Tim's, or Tim has 9x to Mike's 8, I believe. And Tim's Echo did have to hide after taking
so
2
you
wounds
got what? Your 2
from the concentrated
So you got your
fire
mainline 2
of
core units left?
Michael's arc snipers.
pulling out of the bag. Special Forces. Three.
Yep.
Okay.
So while these guys are moving a little bit, we're going to talk about our sponsors. I want to shout out Frontline Gaming for hosting this event, for also helping out with the stream and the internet. Visit frontlinegaming.org to purchase mats and other gaming goodies. And of course, sign up for the other large tournaments. This is just the first event of a year of major tournaments for Star Wars Legion that Frontline
Bye,
Gaming
bye,
is
one red.
hosting.
Head
So
down late.
frontlinegaming.org, everybody.
Dodge.
It's not great. You got 1 dodge.
Yeah.
There. How many guys left in that squad?
3 guys.
All right. We're gonna spend the aim to reroll.
Okay.
We're gonna spend Echo Search Token.
Yep.
And 1 Anakin Search Tokens.
So 5 down to 4,
No Pierce.
down to 3, with a dodge.
Yep.
Tristan, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for being here and thanks for supporting the stream.
Oh, looks like
D6 down.
a couple blanks from Tim, and that is a heavy weapon gun for
and then-
Tim, so that's a big chunk of firepower.
Yep.
Help! We're being suppressed.
So quick update from
Okay,
the Blizzard
I'm
game.
gonna go to the sack.
The Kyle has
Uh-huh.
pulled ahead on
I'm gonna aim
the
shoot
bike
something.
side, so currently he has 5 bike
Seems fair
models
at
left,
this
and Evan
juncture.
has 1. Kyle's a little bit
so
more
shoot
behind
this
on the
squad?
HRU game,
I'm gonna transport in,
but the big thing I think is that his Vader is
Bring
a
the
little
pain.
more
This is
out of
the wound
position,
spot, right?
whereas Evan is diving
Wounded,
his
that's
Vader
accurate.
right into
So-
the meat of Kyle's
red.
army right now. So I think I would actually give
And 10 black.
Evan a little bit of an advantage
7,
there
8,
because
9.
he can just finish off everything but the bikes
Stealing your
essentially
black
in
Yeah,
pretty
it's
short
not-
order, whereas the other Vader is playing catch up. So we'll see. The bikes swinging back around
have
could be the
1,
difference at the end,
2,
though,
3
in
aims
stopping
they
a
can spend 'cause they're
payload.
spending one, like they took an aim.
Sure.
We got some fire support action going on here.
That's pretty good.
That's a
They're
lot.
gonna spend their own aim.
Double DC-15.
Yeah,
We're gonna spend their buddy's aim.
Mm-hmm.
this is
We are
big.
gonna spend the. Okay, wait. Let me just think about this for a hot
I
second.
think barrier might be down still
What?
too.
So I got 1, 2,
because
3,
Anakin
4, 5,
hasn't
6, 7,
activated
8,
yet.
9, 10, 11, 12 so far.
Yep.
That'll go
No,
down
this
to
well,
9.
this
We're
is
gonna-
I
Evan
do
Doc
dodge.
Paul,
Yeah, we're gonna spend
who
the
is
last
facing
game.
Kyle.
Okay.
14
So
down to
from the
12
5th
after
Trooper, but not
Okay. What
the
else you got
raccoon.
to shoot with?
That's it. I
A
got
much more
Anakin's
distinguished
below
gentleman.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna spin the die.
that. Yeah, makes sense.
All right. So it's 14 down to 12.
Down to
11.
yeah.
Rolling 11
All right,
saves.
guys. All right.
11 saves is a lot.
We are sending the Shadow Realm.
Yeah.
Seems likely.
So that's the difference. That's the difference in these armies too that we didn't talk about a lot. I guess
So
the direct, the fire
confirm
support
11
plays.
is the correct number.
You got 6, 5. Yep. We can do math.
Oh, that's a lot of
They're
blanks.
dead.
Yeah, they're just wiped out by that fire support.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did 7, 8 wounds. No, because you could have spent both surges. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So yeah, pretty below average roll there, but doesn't really matter. Like
Overall,
big shots, it's
that trade was not terrible.
they.
Cool beans.
Your go?
Okay, you hear there,
I guess we were
Mike thinking.
fucking-
I think we did a couple on yours.
He
couple
sounds
on
okay
mine.
with the
Do you mind if we
with the
do
trade.
Anakin's on yours, or
Sure, whatever.
it's not a big deal if you.
Oh, like right now?
Yeah. Okay. So
And again, in a mirror like this, a lot of it does come down to dice, as much as it kind of
don't wanna
sucks in those circumstances.
with Anakin, that was bad.
Red dice blank, but they can also save out. So
So Anakin's gonna,
you hope you
pop the
please
fence
the
here.
dice gods of Legion.
and I think we'll just take a dodge, and we'll recover force barrier. We'll take a suppression token for not attacking. You're up.
Yeah.
We might see a final attack on Anakin here to
Yeah, I
get
thought that
him
might
flawed.
happen. But because I would have to double move out to get a shot.
Close up of Mike's bases. We might be able to get close up on one of the other cameras. He is a little far, but we'll see what we can do.
Those are your cards you played.
Yeah, I've got several 1-pips remaining in the tank.
If it's not too intrusive, I might be able to get a close up as well. Oh, there we go. Very nice. I do like the premium
Good
bases.
for the round. You're just gonna pass.
Just
Okay, I
clean
saw the mark.
lines,
Oh, then I'll
kind of
dodge.
stylized.
Sorry, I thought we were.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, I'll just dodge then.
Uh huh.
I don't think you'll shoot, but just in case.
Yep. All right, we're gonna go ahead and pivot is our first action on the bark.
Yep.
We're gonna move once, and then we've got a compulsory. I think we're getting to the stage of the game where the bark's actually gonna matter. Oh, get him in the fray here. Think that's gonna be the round. Gonna clean up. Cool.
Round 5, everybody.
They are moving along at a good clip. So I think here we're going to see a lot of tokens. I'm interested, if indeed Mike does play lead from the front, I'm interested to see what distribution of aims and
This is round
dodges he gives.
This is round 5.
I think he might do, again, pedal to the metal, get aims, get as many aims as you can, go quick with the arcs
We are gonna lead from the front.
before
Okay, what is that?
Tim gets
The amount of
dodges
times
out.
I've heard that today.
Oh wait, that's the within range of.
Yeah. What does that card do?
So we need to roll.
Yep. And
Okay, so that's
you are
the last
blue player.
one pip off.
Me.
Sure.
Okay, Tim does get to go
So
first,
what I'm going to do,
which is big.
is I'm going to give Anakin an order. And we're going to direct. Anakin gets an order.
Mike's
gets
Anakin has moved up a little bit, and
defend
Tim's
what?
Anakin is still hanging out behind the
We're
building,
going to,
ready to make that late
direct
dive.
to something.
But I could see him coming out now with a big fire
What?
support. Yeah, I think it's a little hard to distinguish, but kind of up by the tip of that triangle, the triangular pool there for Mike. In that little group, at least.
Definitely sure. Okay. We'll still direct to black.
Sure.
And that's
potential fire
our
support
order
there.
phase. Yeah. So I have something to do once you're done your stuff.
Okay. What is that?
It's Padme. She can suck up suppression.
Okay, and that happens at the start of the command
Start of the
phase or whatever.
activation. Yeah.
All right. So order going to Anakin. Got a bunch of stuff happening here. Anakin gets an order that's going to trigger defend. He's got reliable 2. I'm going to just put my reliable tokens down first, just to get everything out of the way here. 1, 1, 1. We then are going to do
Love that shot. Very nice.
front. We're going to do it on all the arcs. We're going to take 3 dodge tokens. 1, 2, and 1 on Echo.
So I might see if we could maybe remove the trees so you can see
Yeah, if we
those
could remove the
clones.
trees, we could see everything. It's a little out of focus.
Your go.
Take 2 special out here.
Yep.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. So we're gonna take.
There we go.
Then we get 2 dodges for that on Padme.
Sure.
And
That's tight.
A bit of
go to the
a
stack.
tip for home when you make area terrain,
Cool.
make it like
This is turn
that.
5,
You
right?
want to
It
have
is.
it nice and removable so that if
naked
squads
squad,
want to go in there,
full
you can
naked
take
squad,
out the
and dodge.
trees.
Sure.
Just makes ease of play way better.
Okay.
So well done on the creator of that piece of terrain.
Which is Graham Habner.
Graham Habner.
Yes.
Sword Name Folly.
Sword Name Folly, at Sword Name Folly on Instagram.
Yeah, getting to see the models is one of my favorite things about these nice
Presently
cameras.
race 3.
We didn't really get to see close-up Maul in the last game, but I want to note that the Darksaber Maul is a cool
All right.
modification
We're gonna open with a shot on that guy.
where he cut off
It's gonna
the.
be. I guess can we?
He was holding the
Actually,
Darksaber,
maybe
but he
we did a
cut
little
off the regular lightsaber from Maul. So I think I
Well,
might
here's
try
the
that.
plus-
Obviously,
the
I have a
plus
lot of
back,
extra
so it'll be
Maul
heavy regardless.
models
Well,
from all the
the-
Shadow
if
Collective
I
boxes
move.
I bought.
Oh, if you move.
And it-
yeah.
Because
It looks a little weird when he
Yeah,
has
touch
both of
those
them.
Barrels.
Barrels.
I'm looking around the middle. Then yes.
Yeah. Do I want to touch the barrels? Is the question.
Dangerous.
I think the answer is no. All right. We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna shoot. We're missing one guy in that squad. It's gonna be 4 blacks. Actually, aim. Am I gonna aim?
Do we see a big
No.
fire support from
We're-
Mike here? Is the question. Like he could move fire support with a bunch of aims. It's possible.
Into heavy.
The terrain on Tim's side that is the KP is that little barricade, like the L-shaped
I will
crates
dodge that with
that
a
his
Padme
army is
dodge.
touching,
Sure.
where you can see the red
and-
objective marker.
Just wanna. Look at these.
One thing to note, initially Mike wanted to put his home KP on that barricade closer to him. Under the new CRB, you can no longer choose barricades to mark as objectives at all.
We are gonna aim. We're gonna aim now after we shoot.
He chose Mike chose a lot of dodges. It looks like with lead from the front,
We are going to
which makes sense. He
Paul?
lost priority. He wants to
Padme.
take a big hit, I think, and he'll still have lots of aims. He's pretty tanky right now between dodges on units, clone shared dodges, dodge on Anakin, force barrier, Anakin surges.
Okay, so Padme is going to quick thinking for sure,
Sure.
and then
Mike is indeed down to full act. I
Dodge.
think
Okay.
Tim is not, but he has a few down to
how
like
many
one wound that can't really
activations do you have
swarm
right
the
now?
middle KP or they'll die.
like for passing purposes.
Yeah.
So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. And I have 6 left on the table, so I'm gonna pass.
Okay.
Players playing one pips,
will
but still being cagey
pull.
about it.
Yep.
Echo. Improv.
Sure.
Yeah, I believe it's 7-9 now.
Yep. 4.
Improving for that core
You
token.
know this guy.
Yeah.
He
Get
has
his shots
6
in
suppression.
first.
Mm-hmm.
Improv is a really great
He has
upgrade.
5 suppression.
Once again, not panicking,
Um,
but they shouldn't statistically panic on 6. Though it can happen.
It's just like I gotta get on that KP.
Yeah. Oh, this guy's going. Well, it is turn 5. It is turn 5.
You gotta claim your ground while you
But
can.
also, if this guy goes, like, Mike doesn't even necessarily need to kill him. He just needs to make sure he ends turn 6 with 7 suppression.
Right.
So that it's 6 after the end phase and
Right,
it
the
doesn't count.
suppression math starts to matter.
But it's, honestly, considering how much is left in that squad, I think
just gonna
he'll
do
kill
it.
it before he panics it.
Touch that. Okay.
All right. Pulling out of the bag.
This is still a very tight game
forces.
because they have to move to the objective at some point.
Um,
But you also won't go too early and get blown up. One of the things I see with maybe newer players on things like KP is turn 2, they rush the
Go
center
with-
point. You want to establish good control over the middle, but You don't want to go too early and just get lit up. Killing things is very important for objective play.
One time ago, a player who is no longer playing Legion said to me that if you gain a lead on attrition, you start to control the flow of the game.
We're going to take a
And
shot
so
at the...
that stuck with me since he told me that.
Okay, black.
I think it was Nick Freeman actually told me that.
Yeah, sometimes you see people, try and list room like, oh, I'm just going to play objectives. And there are lists that do objectives better than others. But if you're purely trying to do objectives, usually those lists do not work. Killing things is a way of doing objectives when you're doing it in tandem with positioning, and because activations that are dead can't score.
Suppression.
Here you go.
Full. Special forces. Now
I mean, yeah, the arcs do have a good range 2 dice pool, and they have tactical moving in. But again, it's a matter of can he actually kill enough to either win on VP or win on kill points on a VP tie.
The phase 2s again.
Okay, sure.
That was the same shot we had last time.
Yep.
And I wonder if the Bark does any
about a different one.
You're fine.
goes for any like compulsory suppression shenanigans just to start trying to deny action economy.
I'll just spend his own and kill one.
We'll barrier it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go.
Force barrier doing work today.
I'm a big fan of Force Barrier Anakin.
Unit.
I just hate giving up the option to saber throw.
Saber Low is really good, but like he's got a Bark. Like a Bark is a great fire support starter. He doesn't really have the orders to fire support anyways. Anakin's there to be a backline token battery.
Token engine, yeah.
Right? And if he's in the backline, Barrier is a fantastic way to support
go ahead and
your
fire
army.
the mortar.
He's a support Jedi.
He's a support Jedi linebacker. Hey, anything wants to come close? Okay, I'll force push it out for you guys. He's not a dive Jedi. He doesn't really have the lock cards that facilitate that.
No.
Like he can, like his lightsaber's pretty good, but it's not like Vader where you get in there and then you're doing Master of Evil for a suppression bomb, or Vader's Might, or Implacable.
Just out of range 3. Makes sense.
Fires off the mortar and moves ahead.
Mike or Tim does have a lot of units at the back, but like they're not that much further away than Mike's units right now. And they both got difficult terrain in the way, and of course there's the Padme 2-pip, which is free moves.
Think about this one.
And yes, the Bark could go to the home KP if it absolutely has to. It's something that Tim has to account for. So even if he just holds 2 guys on his own home KP to prevent the Bark tying it, that's potentially a unit that could have been on the center that now has to go back home.
So
I mean,
but again, that kind of depends on activations. If you out-activate on turn 6, which currently Tim is up, he gets full information with his last actions to know where he has to go. And having that full information is good, especially with force push.
4-man unit?
2-man.
Okay.
The other guy back here.
Yep.
Take a dodge.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Really hammering that thing.
Because I keep forgetting about it, so I have to.
All right, special forces.
I gotta Pavlov it.
Yeah.
Right there, yep.
Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for people that subbed. I know I missed a couple there, so thank you for subbing to the channel. If you guys haven't, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Endless5055 on Twitter.
Shoot that other squad.
And patreon.com/YavinBase. I want to thank new patrons.
Red Black.
I got 3 new patrons actually. Jess.
You got situation.
Anthony.
I'm not gonna spend it.
And returning patron Nick. Thanks guys for being supporting the stream. I appreciate you very much.
So that's clone. Spend a clone, dodge. No, we're just gonna roll against it.
Okay.
Yep.
Suppression.
Oh yeah. Why you shot them? Okay. pull. Commander.
Yep.
He's going to move.
Mm-hmm.
And we only have one thing left in the sack, so improv doesn't matter. Take a dodge.
Sure.
So on the Blizzard mirror, Kyle has
Pull out of the
decided
bag.
he won the bike war. He's got 5 mobs
Bark.
remaining to 0. Looks like both Vaders are starting to get up in the other army's business. And we'll probably take care of the core. Payloads probably aren't going to move into scoring range this game. So I think it'll come down to points destroyed. And I think having the edge on bikes will win it for Kyle. In my limited experience playing the mirror this weekend, I think winning the bike war is what you want to do generally. And I know Kyle's had lots of experience with Blizzard, so maybe that was a leg up with him there, knowing that.
We're gonna pivot.
Yep.
The Bark here choosing not to engage too hard and get blown up, just preserving itself for round 6.
Well outside, yep.
This is turn 5.
Dot and then move.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
He could potentially flaw Tim's Anakin turn 6, but he would need to be able to see Anakin and put enough suppression on him to make it matter. But I think it's very possible for
I
Tim
just wanna
to
check
flaw
what this is.
Yep.
Mike's Anakin turn 6.
What would that
And
be?
that's big when
that'd
we're
be
talking about
10
force
okay.
push and chopping up a unit.
Sorry?
This suppression is done. Okay. Yeah. I saw the dodge token.
Yeah, I was gonna put it here, but the dodge is another token. So.
You're fine.
So, how many acts do you have left?
I have Anakin and a full arc.
And a floor. Okay.
And you've got 2 core and Anakin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. Is that range 3?
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna go with black.
Sure.
They're gonna use their captain.
Okay.
It will be a speed 1, so
Mm-hmm.
you kind of just go straight at it.
Sure.
All right, so
Move.
here comes the moves.
Mm-hmm.
Go here. You don't have any standbys, right? I'm not being dumb.
Not presently, no.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure I'm not walking into something dumb.
Okay. And
Because I've done that before.
yep.
Doesn't feel great. That's 3. Make sure it was. That's a little far. That's fine. So if we put in like, I mean, this should be fine. It should be fine, right? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So they're gonna move.
Okay.
Then they're going to shoot something.
Okay.
They are going to shoot. Which squad hasn't gone?
This squad.
Okay, we're gonna shoot the squad that hasn't gone. That
Sure.
makes the most sense.
Yep.
2 and 5. So we do have a clone aim available, and then 1 aim available off of
Sure.
Padme. We're gonna spend.
Yo, that is an obnoxious amount of crits.
We're gonna spend the clone aim.
Sure.
Everyone wants an obnoxious amount of crits. But that's a pretty great rollout.
Leave it
Yeah.
at that. So 2 for cover. Leaves it 4 crits.
4 crits, all those dodges
Unreal.
doing nothing. Some pretty. Oh.
Taking
my-
3.
And as I say, in the mirror, getting the dice swings can be really, really big. So we see a really great turn of events for Tim getting all those crits,
3 ARC troopers down.
and then a really terrible turn of events for Mike. So that could probably be the difference in this game, honestly.
Oh my god.
All right.
Because it's been a game of fine
have to
margins,
have,
and then
like,
there's just a big
DC-15s.
variant swing like
And
that.
occasionally-
That had
just-
nothing to do with DC-15.
Yeah, Z6 would have been the same. Z6 would have been one less crit.
Yeah, yeah. We will roll Indomitable.
Yep.
I think the bigger play was the huge fire support, probably.
I think
But
we're
this
just
is
gonna
definitely
take a pot
number
shot.
2.
Okay. At
The guys that have not gone yet,
makes sense.
will spend their buddy's aim token.
There's a whole lot of not paint there.
Okay. We'll spend one Anakin Surges.
They get suppressed.
Yeah.
So spending 2 tokens just to get suppression
That's
up
their
there.
action.
Not what you want to see.
We're gonna pull back a wee bit here. Stay. All right. True tactical. That's not gonna matter, but
Okay. So you just have Anakin left?
yeah.
Yeah, and with Padme's 2-pip, Tim is going to have
guys are-
lockdown
that's
on
the
the
two
center
squad
next
right there?
turn.
Yep.
Going last, more activations. I struggle to see Mike getting back in this one. He's got an uphill
So
climb
they're
for
gonna
sure.
activate their captain.
Sure.
It's just an awkward, super awkward spot. Is that look good?
Yep.
Over here,
Like, Mike's army is
and
just
we're
so
gonna
far
shoot
back.
those guys. I should be able to see both, especially
Sure.
if I swing a guy out.
Sure.
I feel like Tim has played the game
Yeah.
of inches slightly better.
Yeah.
He's just muscled his way just a little bit further forward overall.
He's had those big swing shots.
One,
Mike was
two,
doing a
three,
really good
four,
range control
five,
early.
Yeah, he had a fire support with 14 hits, and now he had a 4 crit shot that resulted in
Okay,
3
so
tail
let's shoot.
Yeah, he's
You
never
have,
had that.
Clone aim.
He's
and
never
you
had that
Padme.
big hit,
Because
that
I
big variance in his favor to really knock out a key
ration
piece
efficiently.
for
Heavy
Tim.
cover, of course. Spend the clone aim
Another really good rollout.
and Padme's aim. Yeah. So 2 for cover. So it's 2 hits and a crit, 2 crits.
Okay. I'll spend their dodge token. I'll spend Echo's dodge token.
Yeah.
So rolling 2.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
Looks
block.
okay, yeah. But I mean, like, whatever happens here, I think we're seeing what's the archetype of guard
go.
that's successful? Tank, tank, tank. You know, we've got so much defensive tech in both of these lists, between surges being readily available, between force barrier, between medics. You know, that's what it's there for. Is trying to roll as
You
few
just
dice
got
as
your Anakin,
possible,
right?
Just
and then when you
Anakin
do
left
roll
right.
dice in blank, try to bring back models with those medics. And as we say, like, I don't think there's a lot of Pierce in the meta right now. I think it's one of the best answers you can do for Blizzard Force because Blizzard doesn't have Pierce outside of Vader. And
He's gonna
yeah, this
dodge.
is the end of round 5, and
We'll
yeah, I can go
refresh
grab
Force Barrier.
another Blizzard
We'll take one
update here
suppression token
momentarily.
For not attack.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Matt's going to go get an update for Blizzard Force for all of you that are interested in what's going on with the other game in the top 4.
So just to be clear, sorry, just for me, these are here.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
This is going to be a
That
tense
they are-
round 6. Both players approaching that middle key position. They've been slugging at each other in this last round. Big
You
shots
seem to be looking something up.
from
Can I help?
both sides.
I'm just looking at remembering the 501st cards. So, just for what you've...
There's one more 501st card that exists.
Yep.
I can't legally have it in my list.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Yeah. Okay. So, okay. And so you would have you have 2 1 pips left.
So
right now,
this
right?
is 3, 2, 3, 2.
Yeah, so you have 2 1 pips.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
So Blizzard update looks like that
Not quite
advantage that
Let's keep
Kyle
the
had
barricade
built
going.
up in the early game. It's snowballing down. Not a lot left for Evan. Really just kind of Vader and then some units in the back that Kyle's Vader will probably mulch. So it's looking pretty good for Kyle here. You know, it's not over till it's over, but I would expect we're probably going to see Kyle playing the winner of this game.
I mean, it's not safe, but it's fun.
Time check. We've got about 25 minutes for each player. Should have no problem finishing this game round 6 without clocking out.
So you have their double move, he's a single move, their double move. Okay. Anakin's gonna go. He has no suppression.
Yeah.
He is going to jump.
Yep.
I believe the championship match will start around 3:30
I
Pacific.
can fiddle around a little
That's,
bit.
I think, what we're heading towards. It'll probably start as soon as
More than enough.
possible, rather than 4 p.m. Pacific.
I'm trying to decide which side of this I care more about. I think it's probably.
Also want to say thanks to the whole staff. They're actually actively cleaning up the hall right now.
So
Yes!
if I'm there.
I can't see you from over
They're
here.
cleaning up the
Can't see
hall
from
as
there.
doubles
Correct.
finishes.
Okay, I think I'm okay with that then.
Okay.
And they've been awesome all weekend.
And he
So
gets
LJ,
discretion,
Emily,
but I figure
Dan,
it
there's
out.
so many more. I'm freaking John,
Sure.
other Dan,
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt, Zane, so many people just helping out.
So I would expect probably the Anakin 1 pip coming
been
out of Mike here.
Very enjoyable game.
It's
It's grindy, but it's. I believe it's the type of game we both like
Then
to
he's
play.
going to be lasted a couple times.
Not really sure how this is gonna end.
It's going to be a cluster.
Yeah.
There's the. Okay, ready? I'm not worried about clocks.
I'm not either, to be honest with you. Yeah. All right.
Yo, Prio.
Yeah. All right. Well, I do think.
Lots of stuff coming down to this turn here. So as expected, Anakin 1 pip, Padme 2 pip. As Mike finishes up with his orders, then we'll see what Tim wants to do moving his units around. Could also just take more tokens, but I think the moves
Okay,
are
so
probably what
first
we're
I'm
going
going
to
to
see.
do seize the initiative on Anakin.
Sure.
So then I still have 2 orders to do.
So yeah, now we're seeing why he wants C's on Anakin himself, so that Anakin gets the order, and then Padme can let 2 clones get the orders on her card because she is already getting an order.
Then over the barricade. Then over the barricade. Okay, so this is going to be very weird. I'm going to give an order to these boys.
Sure.
Phase 1. They're going to take a move.
Okay.
Guys, I just want to cut in here to say that if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, you should definitely subscribe now because we are less than 30 subs away from the 1,000 sub mark. So if you haven't subbed on YouTube, please go do that now. That would help me out tremendously because we're so close to that 1,000 sub mark.
Also take a move.
Talk about that bark. It can definitely touch that back KP. I don't think it can touch it and shoot to remove a unit, and it can't completely cover that back KP either. So I think best
And that is
that
her
Mike
stuff
could hope for
there.
is tying
On top of
1-1
her
on that
token.
spot, in which case he still
And
has
then
to
we're
win
going
on
to
points
direct
destroyed if they tie 1-1 on VPs,
to,
which is a bit of an uphill battle.
You going home?
I think we're just going to direct to this guy.
Oh,
again,
Kyle
not
got
back.
Okay.
Yeah, and we do have confirmation from the other game that Kyle Dornbos is the winner, so he's holding strong there now at 8-0 as our remaining undefeated, and he'll be playing in the finals against whoever wins this game.
We could have a Michael Berry, Kyle Dornbos final. The Scoundrel Civil War once again.
Players taking their time on this critical last turn, analyzing their win conditions. Always good to think through exactly what you need to do to win and what the path is.
Mike is not currently Scoundrels, but former Scoundrels.
Yeah, Mike is old-timey scoundrel guy.
Sort of like me. I'm old-timey.
Yeah.
So me, Mike, and Kyle were the original Notorious Scoundrels crew. And we've all kind of gone our own separate paths in Legion. Like Kyle stayed with 5th Trooper. I went off and did Yavin base. Mike has an Imperial Terrain jersey on. So we've all done different things with Legion since the podcast inception. We're all still friends, and we still talk and things like that.
Yeah, you've all gone your separate ways in a sense, but you know, I still have good memories of the OG crew.
Yeah. Sure. I remember the first LVO I ever went to in it was 18 or 19. I think it must have been 19.
Must have been 19.
19,
yeah.
January 19, yeah, and just the camaraderie and the creation of the podcast and
Core unit.
I remember almost crying after winning my invite because I'd never done anything like that before in my life. So and Mike was there to help me out after that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, Mike and Kyle were like, "You look so sad," and I was like, "We thought you lost," but I think it was the stress relief.
Yeah,
because I think I won it on a double block on a white dice.
Oh,
this middle's gonna get busy.
On a sniper team.
That's huge.
Yeah.
We're not trying to base Anakin.
What's
here.
up?
Not trying to base Anakin.
They did finish. We got it.
Okay.
I believe the only activation that's actually been fully wiped is one of Mike's full arcs.
You guys are awesome. Thank you for passing 1K on YouTube. It's official. Yay! 1K on YouTube.
There we go.
So sick. I'm so happy. That's going to help so much.
Okay.
I'll make a celebration video as well, a 1,000 sub celebration video.
Everybody's touching
Next stop 1 million.
Yep.
Next stop 1 million.
Right.
Next stop is 100,000.
Yeah.
For
Not
the-
10K.
I don't know if they give play
Anakin
buttons
has-
for 10K.
Oh, okay.
They give 100. I think they give play buttons for 100K.
Okay. Come on, guys. And by the end of 2023, up to 100K.
Bravest
Yeah,
face
ever.
Get everyone you know.
Anakin's gonna go.
Okay.
go.
Force push those phase 2s.
Yep.
Often, I don't give a crap where.
Sure.
Get out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Go stand over there. Okay, then.
Yeah, you can't really balance on top of that radar dish there. A bark could potentially balance way up
We are
top. It
going
wouldn't
to.
displace anything. And repulsors are allowed to overhang, so maybe. So Anakin kind of taking a couple squads out of the game here. With a force push and then a move to tie up.
Mm-hmm.
Saber throw these guys in the open.
Ooh, yeah, so saber throw to kill one squad and then tie up a different one.
1 crit, 2 hits.
Okay, I'll barrier that.
It's in the open. Or so, I mean, so this is the roll. So you're going to barrier the 2 hits?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry,
You're good. Sorry,
So-
I should specify
Yeah.
what exactly was being buried.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're rolling 4 dice then, because Pierce 3
So
against.
But only
Mike's
one
got to
guy
go
can-
4 for
Exactly,
4 to prevent one guy dying.
Kind
Kind of sucks that now is when he gets the saves. Yeah.
I think he has the resources to do it. He just wants to
I
figure
think
out
I'll
if he
spend
wants to spend
echoes.
it.
I'll spend one Anakin's. That seems somewhat tame.
Yep. Yeah, you never know when it could come down to an extra model. Like 3 guys are
You
killable.
never know.
2 guys are pretty killable. 3 guys harder.
So
for
you
sure.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, like over here left to go,
I also have the bark.
and the bark, 6 units. Okay.
Yeah, going early with Anakin does mean that Mike could respond with his own Anakin and do some damage in that army. Basically move to charge the front clones and then force push the others away, and it might be really hard to get to the middle. Now, if he moves Anakin, he will lose Indomitable on his army because they'll be a bit too far away. But
go on the side
okay, so
make our bubble a little bit more.
So Tim has engaged the opposing Anakin to kind of force Mike to use his Anakin force push to get out of engagement. So not a hugely spectacular play from Tim's Anakin there, but we'll see how it pans out.
Go with red.
Looks like those two Anakins together look like Ken Masters and Ryu.
Touching?
Yep.
So just big double move from those ARC troopers there. And every action that's taken to attack at this point in the game is an action not used for moving, so actions are at a premium. Yeah, Mike's been around a long time. I think both these players are, to get to this level, you really need to know how to find your path to victory and execute on it. So definitely not out of it yet for either one. Look at that deliberation. All right. Yeah, that is a good thought about because force push is out of the way now on Tim's side. That does open up the possibility for Mike to just swarm it and use bodies to block off the positions that Tim can get to. And of course, there's still the suppression game to limit actions, as we see, lots of those leading squads getting suppression on them. So those are, some of the things we mentioned early. Maybe we've got a bit too carried away thinking about some of the points destroyed in the center positions. Because there's definitely outs here for Mike. I believe Mike's wearing an Imperial Terrain jersey. Imperial Terrain, I believe, just bought by a local of his. Great company for terrain, if I can say that.
Yeah, it's John Brader.
Okay, yeah.
I think is the guy.
I don't know what we're allowed to plug or not.
It's fine. I mean, I'm friends with John, so
yeah.
It's cool.
But I love it. I use, back when they had subscriber thing, I was a whatever subscriber. I backed the Kickstarter for the terrain machine that unfortunately didn't work out too well. Or I guess it wasn't a Kickstarter, but or it was a Kickstarter. But lots of great files, lots of really good stuff that you can find there. Good quality, prints up really nicely without supports. I hate using supports.
It's just a mess and wasted plastic.
Yeah, and they sell STLs and they sell printed things as well.
Right there. And then we got two guys.
Okay, so here comes the move. Snapping into hiding in melee with those arcs, but yeah. I haven't really seen much for Wookiees. I played a guy with triple shooty Wookiees, but no stabby Wookiees. Oh, Bobby Joe looks like has got home. Yeah, I do love my Kickstarters. Well, I haven't Kickstarted anything in a while, but
the only other legal place would be just out in the open, probably. Let's just go back here.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll go here to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike moving to block out more space. Yeah. The thing about that is he is opening up more positions for Tim to safely engage and be on the center point because of that one arc on the right. So that's something that P1 with the single suppression would probably love to do. Just move in there and be safe. But I think here he comes. He might be trying to block that one off as well with a body block. He can force push the unit. He could also force push his Anakin off and just walk onto the center KP and maybe even chop something up. So I think that might still be the play depending on what kind of room there is. And depending, what's needed at the time. I think just for Mike, he knows he can at least get one unit off. Might as well hang off on Anakin. Unless he really needs barrier to come up for whatever reason to get more defensive tech going.
Go ahead.
Lots of KG play and clones doing clone things with medics and situational dodge sharing and barrier.
Yes.
Basically, a lot of 1 or 2 wound shots and then a couple big swings.
We activate these guys.
Sure.
We're going to. Move over barricade. Want to just get rid of this for now?
It is the line of boxes. Barricades cannot be key positions anymore. They cannot be chosen for objectives. And I think those ones were placed via fortified positions as well. So yeah, Tim taking advantage of that melee there.
Into melee with the arcs.
But I think that was with a full squad, not with the single dude. Oh, sorry, no, that single dude is part of the cohesion from a different melee.
Guys, we need to go here.
Who should now be able to snap in. Snapping in the rules are weird, but it doesn't really matter. So right now we've got 2 and 2 on the center spot.
Yeah, I might be only able to I can go here right around them.
Okay.
That's probably it.
Sure.
It's gonna be like there. There.
Oh, the Bart can 100% get that back KP. It's whether or not that will really matter all that much.
Indomitable roll on the arc spec there.
Looks like a double move can get there from Mike. It's a lot of guys. That's a lot of guys swarming in the middle. He's measuring it out.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I know. I just
for him also too.
Where exactly is the? Yeah.
Not a huge reason. Like you can also just do the first move and do the second. So there he goes.
Before I lock this in, I just want to make sure I can put a guy here.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so it looks like he's prepping a spot for Anakin to force push and move, because that's kind of preferable, I think, because it doesn't. If he force pushes one of Tim's guys off, then it creates more space. So I think that KP might be totally swarmed now.
You have 3 unit leaders on it right now.
I have 3 unit leaders on the point present.
And I have 3 unit leaders on the point present.
I think you have 2.
I have 2 unit leaders on the point present.
3 to 2, and Mike can get the 4th one on there with Anakin. So that's really big, and it's all clogged up right now. So I could see Mike going sooner with Anakin just to get barrier up. Force push, move, dodge, have a dodge available, have barrier refreshed. Just make sure that when Tim pivots to, I got to start shooting clones, he can defend that as good as possible. Because there's still some piercing shots, like Padme's got a piercing gun. Anakin could jump on top of the radar, that's true, but Mike very deliberately Well, Anakin would have to not overlap, which could actually
I'm
be
gonna
tough.
improv.
But Mike made sure there was a space for one unit, or a single base
We're gonna go with this
over
squad.
there.
Yeah.
I do think that was a little early with Anakin.
They're going to move.
Yep.
You know, the advantage of being able to go last with Anakin, or last with Anakin, or Anakin and then something else uninterrupted is
brain
pretty
hurts.
big. I don't think Padme is going to be able to
Okay. So they're
engage
just gonna
units
move
off the point that are in
non-melee
melee
locations.
because
Sure.
Just touch
she's
them.
not going to be able to shoot them. Okay, so Tim found another spot. There was one more spot there.
Okay.
So Padme's difficulty through here, right?
That would be an open move.
As long as you can put the tool down,
That would be like that.
Okay.
but there's not really space for
Is there
her.
like anything she can actually do to mess with me there?
Well,
Is the
you
real
know, remember,
question.
he doesn't have to move along the tool anymore. He
Well,
can just
exactly.
place
Yep.
it.
Yeah, as long as the width of the tool fits through unimpeded, it's an
Yeah.
open move.
So there are
Floor
now
signs,
narrower
definitely
spots
can't get
Yeah.
there.
from what it used to be.
Not there. Can't touch the point. She can't get me off
I mean,
the
as we
point.
saw with the VAPS nerf, KG games not for everyone. The very close ones.
Yeah, it goes from like almost no tension to like extremely high tension in the last round.
Oh yeah. Yeah, very well played Legion isn't necessarily
Exciting.
the most exciting to watch. I think it's very interesting, especially if you know the stuff. Yeah, often it's poorly played Legion is a little more exciting, where you just line up and throw
And
dice.
shoot like Revolutionary War. Though I will say the breakthrough game we had yesterday with
I'm gonna pull out of the bag.
with Tauntauns and Flame Spiders was really good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Breakthrough, I love Breakthrough. It's a pretty fun objective. My learning game, whenever I'm teaching people and I want to do like an 800 points or even just a smaller game, just battle lines, Breakthrough, clear conditions, real easy to define the deployment zones, and it forces them to engage with each other. The other Blizzard game, Kyle won,
Yes.
so he will be in the finals.
And here comes the bark speeder.
Here comes the bark. That bark will be incredibly hard to one-shot, pretty hard to kill, honestly. And it'll take a lot of actions that Tim maybe doesn't have.
Pulse ring?
Yep.
So is he going to try to... I think it's better to just get on top of that KP and force some actions from Tim, but... I mean, he's already got that lone guy on there. He can move Echo up. I don't think Mike has a lot left that's actually going to shoot. Oh, it's a displacement there? No. Oh, a body block? Yeah. Yep. Mike saying I don't really care about the back KP because Tim can win it anyways, so I'm going to use this base to prevent, you can move through repulsors, but you can't end your move on the base, and he's placing it basically right where Padme would kind of want to end her move. Yeah, more progressive scoring in Legion definitely would be interesting. I would be into that. I could see with the whole objectives have kind of been turned on their head right now with the change to tiebreakers. So I think maybe we see where the dust settles. Like, I don't think we'll have any overhauls to the objective card text before Worlds, but I could see down the road a bit just a big rework of objective cards. And I think I don't play MCP, but that's my understanding of what they did recently with MCP, and I could see it come down the hall or down the way for Legion here.
Probably not before Worlds.
No, definitely not before Worlds. Like maybe, probably not this year.
Yeah.
Maybe very late this year, but
Well,
probably
Neil,
maybe
again.
a 2024 thing. And I'd be into that. Objectives shape and define the game so much, so having really good ones and a really good scoring system is pretty important. Who does Mike have on his home KP right now?
I might have won you the game right
Okay, yeah, there's an Arcade back there on the home KP.
I was hoping to set up like a weird like displacement thing,
Yeah, that wasn't good.
but I think that might be good enough. Yeah.
Well, we're going to go with Padme,
Yeah.
because it's the last thing I can do.
Uh huh.
Unless...
Yeah. Tim's advantage is kind of being able to shoot things off the KP, I think, with the units that couldn't score. But everything in being engaged in melee
Oh, look,
means
he wasn't special off. Why couldn't you have done that? Okay.
that means that advantage is kind of taken away. All those guns he has in the backfield are not doing much. And yeah, there's no spot.
Too goddamn shaky for this shit.
Do you need help doing anything?
Just watch me very closely. Make
Okay.
sure I'm not bumping stuff.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, he fell off the base.
What are you trying to
I'm
do?
trying to get to like here. Like
The two Anakins
far
are engaged
that
in
way is,
melee.
like,
Alright.
You
want
can
me
see
to
the
just-
face-up order token for the
What
commander
would
kind of
be-
to the
what
left
would be
of all those
helpful for me
hands
to
there
do
by
here?
the crater.
I don't.
Okay.
The two Anakins are
I mean,
dueling
I don't
it out
think this
there
building is
currently.
affecting what I'm doing.
And
I
Mike's
think we need to leave it there.
Well, we could flip it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And I'll mark the.
So I just want to verify that presently Echo can see that phase 1 unit. I definitely can. I just checked it.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I've only got like the base
Okay.
under the thing. I just want to
Okay.
remove anything. I want.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I'm
intact.
gonna mark her here as well.
Yep.
Just to
Yep.
double,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then, it doesn't really matter.
Uh huh.
okay, so they're just kind of adjusting a piece of terrain so they can get the tool down where he wants it.
It's
That's
fine.
why- that's
We
why
know
I
how to
marked
put it back. Yep.
Yeah. That makes that a lot easier. So now, don't I just put your finger like on the corner of the bar?
Yeah, I
just
totally
so
do.
that I don't bump it.
And I think Mike wanted to.
So I can move like base right to the
I think
edge
Mike's
back.
just looking for the
I can't do
suppression
any of
play.
that either.
Correct.
That is one move.
I don't see where Padme can go.
Come to that side.
Yeah, I don't think you can get anybody but the unit leader there.
Where's Nima? Gonna just come watch very closely.
Because Padme would have to pull that unit off with the melee there.
Perfect world, Padme would get engaged with that guy without touching the unit leader. Okay. Okay. That's
Oh, I see. He's trying to drag a unit leader off with Padme's position.
Yeah, with
yeah.
melee.
Pardon?
I think Mike could have spaced the units a bit more for a bit more body blocking
gonna touch that middle
without
piece of terrain right now.
fitting a guy in between. Get that guy a little bit
I'm not
further
worried
back,
about
but
clocks.
hindsight's
This
2020.
is probably the
We're
last.
well past that.
this
We've
is
got
like
like 4 activations
basically
left.
This is
This is turn. That's what he wants.
That
to
would
do.
be if I could do that. I would do that.
There you go. Pro tip: just have Nima do your moves for you. Does not look possible to me from this angle.
Probably not.
Okay.
Then, so that means
You are correct, Jess. Nima
then-
is an angel.
I'm saying that's not possible.
Nima is the hero we deserve and the hero we need all in one. I don't know what that means. I don't know. I'm just saying things at this point. But he's a hero. That's the important
I
part.
am going to put this against Padme.
Yeah.
So I don't hit that guy either.
Not committed to moving. Can't do that.
So literally anything else.
But okay.
There was a few minutes ago.
There was. Yeah.
I done fucked up.
Yeah.
I miscounted.
I don't think Nima will ever become the villain.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Yep.
Open because of sharpshooter too.
Yep.
That's
Can we just verify that she can see this?
Yeah, so now Padme's going for the shot.
I would think so, but
She does not surge crit, so
I think-
most likely shared dodges would be good here.
Well, I don't know.
I'm gonna put a silhouette behind that as well.
I actually don't have one, so
There you go.
sweet. There we go.
Yeah, twirling. I think that patient, measured play is definitely a very good
Twist them just a little bit.
Yeah.
thing for competitive Legion. And this, if you're looking for the competitive side, like this is a really good case study on tactics for KP.
Come on, Padme. Come on, Padme.
Ooh,
3 pierce 1.
okay, that's a full 3.
Well, we'll dodge one.
So
Rolling 3 with impervious.
So you take 1.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's gonna matter, but yes. All right, I'm gonna go with Anakin.
Yep.
I'm gonna force push your Anakin
Yep.
over yonder.
So yeah, Mike going
We're
with
gonna take a
Anakin now
speed
to get that
move
defensive tech up, as we were
into
kind
the
of
thing.
discussing.
Yep.
Probably taking a
Not basing
dodge.
that other unit.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and take a dodge action as our second action. We're gonna refresh force barrier instead of force push.
Okay.
We'll take a suppression token. I think 2 suppression tokens for not attacking and not going first.
Okay.
And
Yes, Jess,
So
I think
you have 4 in
first
contact with it right now.
activation of the round
1, 2,
on Tim's
3,
side was
4.
Anakin.
That is correct.
I have
3.
Went for a saber throw, killed a model, engaged Anakin. Not
4 will
the
be
flashiest of plays.
These guys.
Yep.
They're gonna just move, touch the point,
Yep.
take an aim.
You got it.
So
I'm gonna pull Echo out of the
Tim
bag.
charging up
Echo's
his
gonna double behind this building so you can't see him.
yeah,
Touch it.
Tim charging up his attack dice with some aims here, and Mike hiding to
Echo.
secure his home KP.
He's going to move, touch the point.
You got it.
I can see the
No
guy.
flaws,
We're going to
as far as
Get an aim for that?
I'm aware.
shoot the
Tim
guy.
Zanka has not really
Shoot.
been
Heavy delect.
been
You
shot
have-
at.
How many dodges?
neither
available?
Anakin has really been shot at.
I have 1 and I have force barrier up.
Okay.
Dodge and force barrier,
many aims
as long
do
as
you
it's not
I
double
have
crits.
2 aims available.
Okay.
Barrier
I'm going
for
to
1
spend
crit,
Echo's aim
dodge for 1 hit.
on a reroll. That is, I assume you spend a dodge.
Oh, is that what?
That's where I'm gonna leave it.
Yeah, let's dodge.
Okay. Here we go.
I'm out.
Pull the clone commander for the hero shot.
Yeah, Clone Commander is going to have to go crazy here,
He's going to move.
considering barrier is now up.
Shoot that guy heavy to light.
Yeah.
With 1 aim available.
You got it.
And surges.
Uh huh.
Spend the aim.
Yep.
Good game.
Barrier. Good game, man.
There we go.
That's it.
So that is it. 5-0 first. Top clone player going to the finals against the big bad Blizzard Force.
Oh, I fucking missed it.
Mike, pretty good, or Timbo, pretty good at Legion. Maybe not good at dunks.
That was a really
in the
good
nicest
game.
way possible.
That was a really good game. Yeah, this was awesome. Oh man. All right.
Okay.
What's up? What do you mean? What happened? Oh, he shot with the clone commander, and I buried it at the end there. He needed to kill. He kills this dude, and he wins the game.
I pushed those guys over here. I win the game.
Yeah.
Correct. It's 2
Barrier's pretty
battle
good.
forces in the finals.
That was the like try to win. The winning play was the force push that I screwed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh well. I just, when I was counting, I had more than enough to just go.
That I was afraid of that. I was really hoping. I almost
I almost played standing orders and put the order on the bark because I could have put the bark like right here and basically.
I mean, I would have probably could have killed him.
Maybe the thing is like you have to like start shooting it and stuff, and like it gets a little weird at that point.
Yeah, I mean, and Anakin would have hit it.
Yeah. I don't think I'd go with it first, to be clear.
That's fair.
I think I sort of wait until you saunter up, and then like I displace a bunch of your unit leaders off of it. Was what I was kind of going for, but it sort of like didn't work out with the conundrum of melee going on right there. That was a good game, dude.
For those of you who are just joining us, yes, Mike Berry has won the match. He is advancing to the finals. 5-0 first is going to the finals of Las Vegas Open 2023 versus Blizzard Force, piloted by Kyle Dornbos of all people.
It would have been relevant.
It is a scoundrels reunion.
Yes, absolutely.
Between Kyle and
That's
Mike
what I was thinking about, and not the.
in the finals of Las Vegas Open 2023.
You were blue?
I was blue.
And this was.
I mean, if something could take down Blizzard,
KP.
it's a
Rollout.
clone list built to weather a lot of damage and punch back.
Fortified?
Yeah, like, honestly, like,
Yeah.
range 3 arc shots.
I think I didn't kill an
Shred bikes.
activation, right?
To be clear, though, as well, Mike's loss on the tournament so far was against Evan Paul's
You
Blizzard
killed-
Force.
Right.
So he has
Four.
faced it only once this event, and he has lost to it. So we'll see if he can get redemption in round 2, or if Blizzard just keeps on blizzarding.
All right, we're going to wrap things up, and we'll be back with the finals of Las Vegas Open 2023. Huge thanks to the players. Thanks to all our sponsors. There are so many of you, but let me just name Frontline Gaming, 6-Up Supply, Baron of Dice, Legion Outriders, Legion Terrain, Terrains for Games, The Fifth Trooper, Squad Marks, Atomic Mass Games, Rad's Game, Shop, Luminous Gaming, 5280 Legion, Nick Bodnar, Corvus Games Terrain, and ZZM Armory.
If I just like put all my stuff out, leave it over here,
Thanks so much, guys.
is that a problem?
We'll be back in a little while with the finals of Las Vegas Open 2023 Legion Grand Championship. Thank you so much, Matt, for casting with me.
Yeah, glad to be here.
And we'll be back shortly.